welcome to the Dragon's Den, one of your most captivating podcasts out there, with your host, Lemiki. Finish him!
Shield is down. I'm in position and ready for immediate assault.
Negative, Commander. Not against a ship that size. Not on your own.
Sir, permission to leave the station.
For what purpose, Master Chief?
To give the Covenant back their bomb.
What's good? What's good? What's good, people? We are back with another one, man. And listen, let me shout out to Akumu. She just got back a brand new home. Bloody. Congratulations to y'all. I know y'all working on y'all setup. Y'all see an empty box. Super G will be hopefully stopping by. We starting a little bit early, man. Man, we got an awesome panel. And it's full of light-skinned people again. Yo, listen, man, everybody give yourselves a round of applause for pulling up, coming here, giving me your Saturday, man, celebrating with us, man. Gaming is always life, and life is gaming, man. That's a fact. But let me introduce this guy. This dude is always calling me while I'm podcasting. One of my old OGs who games hard body on Xbox. He always called me and be like, my Halo's not working. I think he has router issues. But anyway, let me get into that. Sixth member of the Jackson 5, my man Ham Solo, the God himself. Listen, man, first they kicked him out because he was light-skinned, and then Michael Jackson brought it back. What's good with you, Ham? From TSWS. That sounds like a radio station.
Yeah. TSWS. You like that? Anyways.
Yes. And you got the voice for it.
Yeah, I guess so. But yeah, appreciate the invite this weekend. Happy to talk more games. Happy to have a wonderful week in gaming. It's been a fantastic week. Lots to talk about here today. But let's just keep it moving.
Yeah, facts. And then we already know, man, we got my man over here looking like Zeus. Nah, he don't look like Zeus. He looks like my man Thor. He do your bit. You look like Thor in what you call it? Damn, my favorite guy, God of War. You look like Thor, God of War. But it's my man from 4G QTV. Everybody give my boy a round of applause. It's my man Carlo, aka the man that can't eat pizza better than the black man. That's a fact.
What? No. As the resemblance of Thor, I command my mighty hammer on that pizza. I did it best. What's up, man?
What's good with you, bro? What you been doing? What you been playing? What you got going on, man? What you got going on?
Crusader Kings. I'm hooked back into these strategy games.
Are you ready for the Age of Empires?
I'm gonna check it out. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out.
I'm an Age of Empires guy. XCOM and Command and Conquer. Those are my games, man. That's why I like Gears Tactics. Even though it was a little bit more simpler, but it still had that whole premise on that other stuff like that, man. And last but not least, it's my little brother from another mother, man. He went from Ice Cube to Old Dog. He done changed his hair on us. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, his name is PK. And if you don't play no games, you better not mention my little brother name. PK, what's good with you, baby?
Yo, what's happening? It's another Saturday. Hopefully we're not talking about some lame games. Nobody even have a commercial for it. We don't want to bring that energy. We want to talk about the gangster hits that drop to make people cry. All right. We're not gonna talk about old man love. We're gonna talk about brand new puppies. Puppies with love.
So we can't go back to when dudes was like 40 people in my house, 30 people in my basement.
Nah.
We gotta give it some love, bro.
Nah. You can definitely go there, but we definitely gonna talk about the exciting stuff. We don't wanna send people away. I know we ain't seen no commercial. So that tells you ain't nobody. Go ahead. I'm just playing. We're talking about the one that did have a commercial and still disappointed a lot of people.
All right, we're gonna say the best for last. As you see, you got the topics. But listen, it's the host with your most, baby. It's your boy Lemon, aka Lemicius, right hand and Zeus, and welcome back to the Dragon's Den, man. And hopefully our fifth member of the Jackson 5 will be up in here. My man with the locks that rocks, my man Super G, man. When he pull up, I'll get him up in here, man. Good to have everybody here celebrating this gaming life that we do every Saturday and weekly, man, because these guys out here, my man Ham Solo from TSWS got a huge interview with the original Xbox maker. You call him that? Xbox maker?
Creator.
Right, creator. There you go. There you go. Let them know about that real quick before we move on.
Yeah, so this Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern, I am having the man himself, the man that came out with the original Xbox, Seamus Blackley, is going to be with me. And we're going to be chopping it up, just talking about gaming, how he got into gaming, where he started, what he's up to now, what kind of bread he's making.
Oh, damn. You're getting into his taxes.
Yeah, oh man. No, not money bread. Like literally the bread that he makes because he likes to cook food now and stuff like that.
Me too.
Like he has that. Like if you go to his profile, other than seeing that he is he pretty much lets everyone know like I'm the godfather of Xbox, right? But if you just scroll down his page, you would never think he was like huge in the gaming or whatnot because it's just food. It's just food everywhere.
Yeah, look what I be posting, bro. When I started my channel, I used to talk about games and throw a dish on and be cooking in the kitchen, all different camera angles of chopping up steaks or doing what I was doing. Dudes just like, yo, let me really cook it. He chopping vegetables. Listen, everybody just don't play games. We got other hobbies, right? You know what I'm saying? That's what it is.
Absolutely. So yeah, this is the man that made that big old steel Xbox.
Yes. The brick house
that was on stage with Bill Gates to show it off and whatnot. So I'm really excited to have him. You guys, everyone on the panel, and obviously anybody in the chat, more than welcome to join. Just go to TSWS Gaming and hit the reminder button, and you will be reminded when it's time to go live.
I'll be there because I'm gonna be reminiscing like golden PK. PK crazy. I ain't gonna no. I ain't gonna get you started. Yo, PK, you gonna help me. You see I ain't got no voice. So you gonna do your 4GQ TV work today. And you got some of these topics. So what we gonna do is you gonna stop reading that screen because I see you. And you gonna help your brother out because I need it because my voice is gone. So pick everything but the main topic. And go. Go ahead. This is your show.
Nah. I just want to say, anybody watch the Xbox shows?
No, we're not starting off. That's the main topic, Julio. Do you see the main topic?
FTC. Talking about FTC.
Yeah. Let's start with that. FTC put a bid in to stop EU.
All right, so let's start with this first. Winaway's cousin. Ryan, Sony flew.
No, it's Captain. No. Hold on, you got to say it right, PK. You got to say it right. It is. It's the pony. It's the Pony Masters boss.
So took a trip over to. Says I'm echoing. You gotta fix me.
Oh yeah, I got you. I forgot to do your thing. You're right. My bad, y'all. Thank you.
So yeah, we blame Lemon for that. So he went over there to try and stop the deal again. What he said was, Xbox is not planning on letting us keep Call of Duty at all, and without Call of Duty, PlayStation is going to die. That's what he's telling them. Even though they got a 10-year contract on the table that they refused to sign. Then you got the FTC's like, you know what? I don't care about American consumers. Let's go over there and start messing with the foreign stuff and try to stop that stuff, because even though it has nothing to do with us legally, morally, you can think of it, any kind of ely, they went over there and try to make a stop. I don't know if anybody knows. I just want to start.
No, that's a fact.
It's a lot of silly stuff, I think, is going on. It's obviously a political move from the FTC, but I think it's really insane because I thought we believe in generations and competition and all that stuff. So I think Jim Ryan has an old ex-girlfriend or something that work over there. I don't know why he keep going over there, but he does.
Now you got a couple of homeboys on the panel. CMA.
still girlfriends at the end of the day. But I mean, you know, it's 2023. I ain't judging him. I mean, if he likes that, it's his thing.
Ooh.
You know, just be real about it. Anyways, I say let's get to the panel. See if anybody knows about these shenanigans, because it seems like that's some crazy stuff right there. So I'm gonna go right over to Hammy Solo. I'm sorry, man, if you don't like me calling you Hammy.
I have so many weird names.
Yo, I'm dead.
Well, just
I
give
got
me
Ham
one, man.
Tram from 108
Lemon,
Dragons.
that's right. Ham Tram.
I got hams plural from Sir X Man.
Hams. See, he don't know what he's saying though.
Yeah,
It's a New York slang for when we talk about women.
Sir X-Man is dyslexic
He is.
anyway.
He's out. Yeah, that's my boy. But he just like you don't call a man hams.
And then
you might have thought you was talking about something else. You did.
I mean, back in the day, you'd be like,
right?
"Hey, look at them hams."
Right.
I mean, but like,
you didn't show him
call
nothing else,
hams,
did you?
just like whatever.
That
I
might
don't even
be
correct
different.
them anymore. And then,
Good.
I mean, you got
Some people
PK
just
calling
got
me
let go.
Hammy, and then Crazy Louie is the craziest one because
That's my
he's
guy.
like Hamothy Solo. Like he says it every single time.
And let me shout out Crazy real quick, man.
He-Man and just have Ham Man with the little hyphen in between, dog.
Ham man.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. I mean, I didn't know Ham was so versatile, but I
Hey
guess
man,
so.
apparently.
Look.
I'm not mad about that.
Let me shout out Crazy Lou, man. Yo, Crazy Lou, shout out to you. He mailed off me some custom cigars flavored, man. When they get here, I'm gonna big you up on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, my God. Shout out to you for sending that to me, man, because you know I like my cigars. So continue. I'm sorry.
Man, hold on. You need to address Sir X Man. This man talking about behind his bed. I don't know where he
What's happening?
Yeah,
I don't know what's happening. I'm gonna let 108 Dragons.
No. Hold on. Let me pull up the chat because I wasn't even looking at the chat. Oh, he gave us a $2 super chat for us to say something crazy. Why you talk about me behind my bed? My bed. Sir X-Men, I want you to read. I want you to say
you had with
to yourself out loud what you just wrote. This is why you can't say hams.
And yeah. I mean, come on, Sir X-Man. You are showing your age right now, bro. He paid to say that. He paid to say that. He paid it.
He's in competition with
Carlo,
Paul
I'm
now.
dead.
I don't know which one. Him and Paul. And then what's crazy, they forget what they was talking
Paying
about.
to impersonate R. Kelly. I mean, that's something you don't do.
They good company.
Yo, X-Men, I gotta get you on the show too, bro. That's a fact. Oh my God.
Go ahead, man. I didn't mean to interrupt. I just
I don't even remember what the question was anymore.
Hey, it's okay. We was talking about FTC and
FTC. But let me add to that. Before you go. They're also being indicted, right? Because it's easy to say, "Oh no, they're not giving us this. They're not giving us that." Microsoft has had Sony indicted to bring the documents to back up the statements that they've been saying, and February 1st is the deadline. So continue.
Yeah, they had a subpoena.
They had them subpoenaed, right?
The problem with that is they open themselves up to it, so now they have to.
Now they got to break, and
they want to limit it. But
on the 22nd of January.
Got to validate their accusation.
Right, they got to validate it. Now, as of the 22nd, Sony asked for an extension, and the deadline is February 1st. So continue. Mm-hmm. Mastermind was good. I see y'all in the chat, y'all. Ooh.
All right, so. Yeah, that is an awkward situation for Sony because,
that's a fact.
You're pretty much saying, Microsoft pretty much said, all right, it's your turn to show your cards this round. You got to show them. And Sony's like, this is going to call my bluff. Like that's kind of the moment that we're sitting at right now with Sony is like, This is Microsoft saying you're bluffing. Show me your cards.
Right.
Like, let's do this.
I think
Put it on the table.
Cool,
Let's see because us as fans of gaming know where Sony has, kind of swept some stuff under the rug. But
they tried to. They tried to.
But the thing is we as fans only know about the past. Microsoft is saying, "Hey, show me the future too, bud. While you're at it,
Facts.
Show me what you look like down the road. That like we'd hate to just murder y'all. Show us what you got because maybe what we're doing is out of pocket." But Microsoft is really thinking, we know what y'all doing.
Yeah,
we know what y'all are doing. And Sony's like, oh crap, we actually gotta reveal a few secrets. And that's the thing that's gonna go down, and it's gonna, in my opinion, especially with the opportunities that other companies are, creating with getting other acquisitions like Tencent, Embracer, NetEase. You got all these companies out here getting it, including Sony. Microsoft's just doing the same, just in a big way. So it's really interesting to see what's possibly down the line in Sony's pipeline with this deal. Maybe we won't see it out here on the street. They'll probably just be only in the courts that get that stuff figured out.
I don't know. These are public documents now. Shout out to my man Destin Laguerre, man, for shouting me out the other day too.
Oh snap!
Shout out to Des, man.
I mean,
yeah, it's
things
like
might get revealed.
No. These are public documents. They can't hide it, right? Just like the Epic and Apple deal. We didn't know Epic and Apple was going to expose Sony, right? That's when we found out about the no Game Pass, the parity between power, right? That's when we started learning this stuff, right? The charging of the smaller developers for cross-platform play between the same game. So this is gonna be another example of you're gonna have to show what them panties look like in the dark. That's a fact, because they're getting exposed. Shout out to Scrub Nurse and Sleepy Goblin and my Mastermind and Bird. See y'all in the chat, man. And if I miss somebody, I'll get to y'all. You know what I'm saying? But continue. I'm sorry.
No. That's really all I had to say. Is just like it's gonna be just like a popcorn moment, pretty much for us as fans sitting back watching. I'm hoping that this doesn't take crazy amount of time, because I feel at some point Microsoft would be like, fine, you guys want to wait us out a few years, ain't nothing to us. Like, we got plenty of backup, but what we're trying to do is to get stuff ready for the future. Thanks. And if you're going to stagnate that, well, then we're going to stagnate y'all as well. like we all going to be stagnant then.
Right. And we can afford to wait.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like they ain't worried about no court costs.
Nah. Yeah, PK, who you going to next?
Well, I just think I don't think Sony thought they were going to court. You know what? I think they wish that
Microsoft ain't stupid, bro.
Would have set their court date a lot sooner so they could get it over with, but didn't plan on it to get delayed.
They didn't think they was gonna get subpoenaed.
Well, they don't have, like, Microsoft got top dollar lawyer that is now getting awarded for handling cases such as this on their team.
That's a fact.
Remember, I keep telling you guys, Jim Ryan don't make decisions. He's told by his daddies in Japan, or the Japanese daddies,
disrespectful,
what to do. Hey, listen, he's disrespectful. I'm just saying, like, I don't call him daddy. He does. He said in Japanese, right? He does. Come on, man. He said he practiced in his shower. This dude don't talk to none of his customers or consumers, bro. He's not allowed. All right. When they give him permission, one day when he gets fired, or at least
he'll speak up.
It'll happen, right?
PK calling him the Dallas coach, the Dallas Cowboys coach. He don't do nothing. Jerry Jones really.
Jerry Jones was the one running the team. We know the deal.
Hey, look, it's like
he
that.
got
It's
a coach
like
in place because you need a
Bush
coach
and
for
Cheney
name.
days, right? Cheney ran the country. Bush was just the face. Let's be real.
Yo,
come on, man.
Ronald Reagan's wife was running the country too.
Yeah, facts.
That's a fact,
right? Facts. So, clowns got.
But hold on, let me say this. Let me say this. Sorry, Cons. Let me say this before we go. As you go to clowns, shout out to my nephew Drip Scoob, who we play with in Fortnite with his crazy people that he brings and play with me. Me and my boy Clowns. He won second place in his BMX Nationals. Congratulations, nephew. Congratulations to you. That's what I'm talking about. Go out there. Now, next time, go get first place and throw up that one-away dragon symbol on him like the bat symbol. Let's go. All right.
Nice.
You get that. You got a super chat too. Sleepy
Go
Goblin.
ahead. Get it, son. Get it.
He said he's gonna buy you a cop drop. $5 super chat.
No, yo, bro.
Yo, you just gave $5. And it costs more. It costs less for a damn cough drop.
No. I got a whole bag of Ricolas. You want me? I'll show you. You listen. I've been on tea, lemon, liquor, and cough drops. They go to liquor. The cough drops is over there. That's a fact. That's a fact.
You need some hot water. You need some mint and lemon, and there you go.
Lemon goes with everything. Every time y'all eat fish, seafood. Yo, listen, goes with everything. Just remember that. I'm in everybody's life. Facts.
Yeah, that's what Flymer said. Yeah. Whoa, pause.
I'm going to get that.
So this man's got a developer. And look, I just want to point this out before Clowns go. Shout out to our resident graphic god, man. He put out a free pick for the celebration of Wednesday. And Phil Spencer went ahead and snagged that mug and made his profile pic. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Graf. Let's go. Shout out to my brother, man. We do a lot of stuff on my channel that y'all see today. Even though I feel like an old stepchild right now because I ain't spoke to him in days about doing my new content, but I ain't going to go there.
Sorry, you can talk to him about your ancient, what the hell in the Nintendo 64 is going on here.
Wow. This dude won't leave my game alone, bro. Jeez.
I don't know. I'm good. I'm just go ahead, Clowns. I'm sorry, bro. See, he looks clean too. Clowns does. Look at him, looking clean right now.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, I got my beard trimmed a little bit.
Keep it that way. Keep it that way.
For the next lemon challenge with the pizza sauce, it's not going to drip as far. To prevent that drip.
He said, "I don't want my beard looking like a bib."
And what you do with the little birds that used to live in there? You evict them too?
Yeah, they kind of flew out. Not gonna lie, they got a little crazy.
He said, "Where's Woody Woodpecker?"
Hey, I'm just teasing, bro. Go ahead, man. Could you please educate everyone what the heck in these shenanigans? It feel like an episode of Scooby Doo is going on with this FTC nonsense. It's like drama every week, bro. I don't know what the hell this is about, man.
Yeah. So the drama with the FTC and this Jim Ryan going out there trying to, I guess the media is saying that Windows Central, I want to say, had an article that said Jim Ryan may have lied to the FTC.
Yes, he did.
So, maybe that, and I'm not trying to poke fun because you guys know I'm not one to poke fun.
No, if you got to preach the truth, bro, it is what it is.
Lying Ryan. I mean,
he be lying.
Lying Ryan. Let's go. Like, why do you got to do this? Why are you so scared of this acquisition? You guys go out there. You guys made Marvel's Avengers fail because you wanted Spider-Man locked to the PlayStation. It backlashed with Marvel fans, and now you're going to go to the FTC. You're going to say stuff to try and block this acquisition that it's not going to get blocked no matter how hard you try. I mean, all you're going to do is cause yourself ulcers and stress and anger and frustration because in 2 years from now, 3 years from now, everybody's going to remember what you did. Like, it's not going to disappear.
Wait.
and
They're gonna
go
remember
away.
what he didn't do, and that's not block, because he can't block none. And
Yeah.
I just want to. I'm not trying to interrupt Clowns, but you gotta say this in Japanese and speak to his daddy, because his daddies are the ones you gotta address. Nah, go ahead. Go ahead, man.
Damn, PK.
Sorry. No. Clowns got it right. I just want, because it's gotta be translated to them. They ain't listening. They not here.
So, I mean, it's just, I don't know, man. I'm just disappointed, one, that Sony has to go out and do this. And when Jim Ryan does this, it makes all of Sony look bad, right? And I want to say there's a lot of good people at Sony, but the executive team and what Jim Ryan's doing to really try and stop this just shows how much fear Sony has. And the more that you aggressively attack something, and the more you put yourself on the, you're the aggressor in the situation, you look like you're afraid of losing the war at the end.
Especially when you're number one, right? Right, Clowns?
Yeah.
You're number one.
Why brag about being number one if you got to go cry to the FTC? You guys are the ones that didn't want the government involved in when you put backdoors in your CDs, when you put backdoors on the PS3 because of GeoHot doing stuff to it, and when you were out there. And I mean, you just didn't want to be investigated for anything. And you're going to sit there and cry about your competition and cry some more. And you're going to keep crying, and you're going to go out and you're going to have meetings with all these different political advisors. You're going to lobby as hard as you. Come on, man. Like, you're not doing the industry any service here. You're doing yourself a disservice. There's a lot of people underneath you that rely on working at Sony. And let's not even talk about what happened in your movie studios that got leaked a couple years ago because you didn't have great security on your movie studios either.
Crazy.
I mean, come on, man. The government didn't even go hard on you guys for that. You're going to go hard on an acquisition? Grow up. Grow a pair. And instead of crying, go find some studios that you can actually afford and stop cutting your TV division.
They did. They bought or traded for Bungie.
Something to say. I got something to say.
You got something to say?
Say it, bro.
Oh,
yeah, absolutely.
I like that.
So the thing is,
you gotta start out like Eazy-E. You gotta start it out.
I got something to say.
That's right.
But Clowns, I feel exactly where you're coming from. But like the thing is, this generation, the reason that, in my opinion, the reason why you got Jim kind of shaking in his boots a little bit is strictly because they did not expect.
Boots.
I thought he wear pumps.
He wears flip flops. He don't wear. He got his toes out with no lotion, man. He ashy ankles. But go ahead, bro. I'm just saying.
Okay. But the reason he's in the position that he's in right now, I feel like, is because once the PS4 and Xbox One generation was over, I think they got like a really, really, really big head going into this next generation. They had no idea that Xbox wasn't just a militia, but they were an army, a full-on army. And I don't think they realized the cage that they rattled when they tried to make Microsoft look bad last generation. So when Microsoft comes into this coming generation with backwards compatibility, hell, you can put original Xbox games into your console. You cannot do that with your PlayStation. They make them look bad with subscription services and streaming and whatnot. They're making them look bad reward-wise. Remember, Sony had the rewards first.
No,
not the same. No, not like that.
Well, they got the new kind, but they're players first, because you gotta have so many trophies and make it a level
trophies
3.
and tiers.
Well, but I'm talking about like way back in like the PS3 kind of days. Rewards was on
my
Sony.
reward was getting a couple games for a credit card hack that I could only I can only stream. It didn't even play in 1080p.
Yo.
Literally, it was like, what the hell is this? I'm swear, man. That's the only reward I got, and I promise you, I never put another on that console again. But yeah, I'm sorry, man. Go ahead. Maybe you got better.
But
I don't know.
But besides that, what I'm saying is, a lot of these things that PlayStation did, they got a really big head on and just left in the past. Now Xbox is coming out with cloud. They came out with smart delivery. It was supposed to be a buzzword. It ain't. It's real.
Right. It's real. Facts.
They got they got the quick resume. They got a second console that's
PC
like
don't even have
price.
quick resume.
They have a second console that's half the price. They drop games day and date on the PC, and they give a damn about the ports that they put onto PC. Like, they're so spread out. And Jim Ryan only seen a couple boats last generation. He didn't keep driving down the sea, or he kept driving down the sea, but he didn't take a look at what he was driving into. The mist has went away, and there's a lot more than just a couple boats at sea now. There's a lot, and it's and it's a little nerve-wracking for him. And so he sees another potential acquisition with Activision, and all this hyping that they've been doing. I'm starting to wonder, it's either they're capping about not having more than what they should, or whatnot, like when it comes to taking games from Xbox or stuff like that. Like they have a lot of ability to get, exclusives their way from like Square Enix and stuff like that. Like, we've seen plenty of games not come to Xbox but go to PlayStation. A game like Stellar Blade that was supposed to be on Xbox as well ended up going to Sony.
Or
now it's an exclusive there.
Or Marvel's Avengers with that Spider-Man exclusive. And how did that do?
I mean, that really hurt you, Clouds. I can tell you keep bringing that up.
Yeah, look. That was terrible.
It was.
That was, and I'm a Spider-Man junkie, but I was like, man, I'm happy
really
I don't
call.
have that Spider-Man.
I think
because I'd have been
make
upset.
Nobody go buy PlayStations because I could have sworn that game didn't do too well on PlayStation. I think there's more players on the Xbox platform.
Yes.
Game Pass, yeah, you're right. Game Pass brought a lot more players to it, and that's still
no. Before Game Pass, Xbox players was way more than PlayStation. Before
players,
that, just like doubled down on it.
From day one, there was more Xbox players.
Yeah, day one, right?
And they're gonna shoot their fans in the foot. Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, but you know what? You had a Japanese company trying to push a Western style game.
Well, I want to.
That's not the problem.
No, that is the problem. They don't know how to push it. They don't know how to support it.
The problem is they didn't push it.
They didn't put right.
The problem is they did support it. They did not do the proper anything, and they just gave them a deadline.
Listen, they tied the devs' hands, guys. I'm sorry, Carlo. Go ahead.
No, you're good. You guys are good. I just want to jump on something that Ham said before I forget, because I know I'll forget. But what he said was, there's a lot of ships at sea with this Microsoft stuff, and a great analogy would be that Microsoft has ships from 2022, like super yachts, and Sony's got ships from like 1886 floating out there, ready to sink. I mean, that's how outdated it is. And the other thing that Ham brought up, which was a good point, he was talking about the online cloud services. Here's the thing: did you guys actually know that Sony had cloud services on their DVD players? Before Xbox, and it really didn't do well. No. It was PlayStation Now. It was very limited.
They had Blu-ray before Xbox and couldn't even get a 4K Blu-ray on their own system.
And
damn, you're disrespectful.
What the hell?
I didn't know about that. I had a separate Blu-ray player, but okay.
Their service was so bad. It lagged so
It was
terribly.
horrible. It was horrible.
Even hardwired back then when it first came out.
It was horrible.
And if you had a Vita, shout out. This is a small little shameless plug for me. If you had a Vita, I had created a video on how you could use PlayStation Now games forever without them expiring, and I think that's why Sony took it off the Vita right away. But yeah, shout out to clowns who did that.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna keep it moving because we giving them too much shine, and honestly, the only shine they need to see is the goofy. We need a goofy avatar.
You didn't let me get my piece yet.
No, I'm not moving. I'm just saying I'm trying to pull.
Right. Because
pull clowns back a little bit, and yeah. So 108.
Fired up today, guys. I'm
108.
Got the energy.
If he can get himself together over there, and maybe he can speak a little bit on what he thinks going on here. Whenever he come back.
Ain't time out, man. This is Pony Master, and I'm telling you, y'all gonna stop talking about my boss, lying Jim Ryan. He don't be lying. He telling the truth. Microsoft ain't no good. He said TCL TVs are the max. This is where we supposed to be.
Doing today, I know nothing about it, man. I'm here. I don't know what to see. I figured
y'all gonna stop disrespecting my man Jim Ryan.
You gotta take this and make this.
He's going overseas and he's snitching, and you mad because he's telling the popo what we supposed to be doing, what we supposed to be playing. Microsoft is a cheater. They think because they got money, they could do whatever they want. So we raising prices so we can get that bag. You hear that?
Yo, everyone
Master is telling y'all right now that we are not taking this with our hands tied. We are coming for you. We're gonna see you at E3, and we don't care.
This man is serious. He got veins
getting tired of all this blasphemy. Damn it! I'm a light-skinned horse. Cutting Pony Master out. That's fact.
Yikes.
Wow, Lemon got possessed there for a moment.
I think this, his contact over there, he just bagged him in. So,
that was a message brought to you by Pony Master.
When the guest comes in, let me know so I can address him properly next time. I was scared. I didn't know what was going on.
Pony Master don't seem like he having none of that blasphemy around Jim Ryan's name, man. He said, listen, I'm pulling up the Dragon's Den, and I'm going to let y'all know with these weekly updates how I feel about this blasphemy. Sony is the Bentley, and Microsoft is the Volkswagen. And y'all going to stay in y'all lane. Somebody turn their camera off. That's you, clowns. You got to turn your camera back on. You messed up the other pictures, the other boxes.
Yeah, or something. Yeah, you got to put it back, but
there you go.
So outside of your guess, this man.
Hey, Jim Ryan! you can't scare anybody! You better go back to where you came from and go hide because your lies! Nobody believes them because you're lying too hard! And Pony Master, I'm gonna put you in the circus and we're gonna put you on the show, the Big Top Show!
That's freaking insane.
What has the Dragon's Den turned into?
I don't even know. I don't even understand what I lost control. I don't know what this is right now.
This message was brought to you by turnponiesintogrue.com.
We had
sorry. I had a camera glitch. What happened?
We had a short PlayStation takeover just a minute ago. I literally was just trying to.
Shout out to my man in the chat, Dreadpool, Sleepy Goblin, and my man, my brethren, my man Bonty. What I go on?
Hey,
what's good, back?
So I think let me if you go give one more on that because it's a good transition to the other thing. I don't know before we get attacked by the PlayStation community again.
It doesn't matter.
All right, so look, I'm gonna just say this: all these corny things that's going on, man, that's all nothing but they know they have a weak
Case.
Yeah, they got a weak case.
Yeah,
because they are not presenting well because it's all opinions, no facts, and now Sony has got to get subpoenaed to bring documents that they don't want to share with their competitor. That includes contracts. That includes sales, all kinds of internal stuff that now it's going to be made public so we all can see, not just Microsoft.
No, so we can see again.
And they're going to use that for their own analytics at the end of the day. So that's information they don't want to share, but you put yourself out there. So I think it's silly and it's ongoing. And honestly, this ain't going to end until this is all said and done. This drama is just going to get even more insane, to be honest. It's just crazy. And with that being said, Phil Spencer had an interview with IGN, right? And they talked about many things. They brought out the, you know how it is. They want to poke at the 2022, how there was no first party games from Xbox released in 2022, and then they had the show and then stuff, and then now they got a roadmap of 2023, some first party titles dropping, and then they also touched on this Activision deal, obviously, because this is a drama thing. And he made a statement that was pretty clear. He said when he first went into it, he wasn't sure what he was doing. Like, he didn't know about how all this stuff works. But now he feels super confident that this is going to go through. So I'm on all those topics. I don't know. I'll go back to Lemon before, somebody else pop in. What? First of all, did you see the interview? And then how did you? Of course I did.
Yes.
What was your reaction to some of these questions here?
And let me say something to my man, Sir X-Man, even though you didn't super chat, sucker. Ham spoke first. See, if your old ass was watching this goddamn channel like you're supposed to be watching, you probably fell asleep. Changing your depends.
I mean, he literally was talking when he came in.
Right. He asked your Ham. He said, "When is Ham going to speak?" What was you sleep?
He forgot already. He was.
Oh my goodness, what's happening?
Yo, I'm going over him.
Twice. I spoke once for myself and then once after.
Right, you spoke twice on the topic. This fool talking about when Ham gonna speak.
He's about to get slapped by the Ham.
Better stop calling my man Ham still.
So Ham, when people, let me just say, this is a question I always pose when somebody come. I said, listen, I am right-handed.
Yo, TZ, you just missed Pony Master.
If I slap you with my left hand, does that still mean you get slapped? Just saying.
Yo, he forgot. You slapped him with the left hand. He forgot about it, so you had to slap him with the right.
Just saying. But so, all right.
Yo, my God. Oh my God. Anyway.
We got to give him a cue. Is what we got to do. We got to light up the screen for him.
Anyway, let me get to my point so we get to the other two people. Listen, man. First of all, the way homegirl was trying to come after Phil, she said several things that was like touchy, right? And Phil answered them properly. One thing I was very confident in was the support in 343, right? And saying that we have the plan isn't set. People are excited for season 3, which we are. I posted the numbers. Over 580,000 people a month are playing Halo. Great numbers. People out here saying, oh, Halo's dead. Halo ain't dead. It's the people that don't like Xbox saying Halo dead. And I'm also one of them people that just recently purchased that PlayStation VR headset for $650. So I put my money where my mouth is. So it's not just about Xbox, it's about talking the facts. Another thing that
I'm gonna just pause him and say he's not gonna be able to use it until the PS5 Pro come out. So he's gonna have to buy another $650 device because that it's just gonna crash and burn on the current one he's got. Sorry, go ahead.
He told me to bring it, little man. So I'm gonna put little man on the screen in a minute just for you. There go little man right there. Pay attention, little man, aka as clowns call it. He thought it was what you thought it was, clowns?
Ice cream truck.
It's not an ice cream truck.
I thought Levin was giving out ice cream or gelato.
I'm giving out Xbox Series S's. Little man is big dog on the block. But anyway, I was also impressed when they got at him about the date. They said when they get close to the date for Forza, they will close when they had a definitive date. They don't have a definitive date because it's still within the 12 months and they're still working on it. I also like the way he approached the ABK deal. It's not the Activision deal. It's not the Blizzard deal. It's not the King deal. It's the Activision Blizzard King deal. I like the way he approached it and showed that he's very confident in this deal going through. Now, I don't care how much money Microsoft makes from the deal. I just want it to be over, right? Because right now, we're tired of talking about it. It's an everyday, ongoing process. Every time we hear about this, there's always something in the air. We all like, well, goddamn. And I'm also tired of hearing, shout out to Phil, but stop congratulating Sony and they kicking you. They trying to kick you at any given moment to try to down what you're doing, and you stay saying, hey, y'all doing a great job. They will never say that.
We hear him publicly talking. We just don't hear Jim publicly talking.
Jim doesn't. First of all, Jim don't have a gamer tag because he don't play games.
He don't play games.
He's not a gamer.
True.
So
he don't even play. He don't even own a PlayStation. That's funny, huh? Right?
So what's crazy is out the confidence in how he spoke as a leader, believing in his teams, believing in 343, saying straight out, we already working on E3 show and we know what we bringing to the table. We know what we're going to show. And also backing up the statements that was made earlier in the last 2 weeks saying Starfield will have its own event in the next coming months. So to see the boss check all them boxes as people, as impatient gamers that we are, everybody was begging for a show, begging. We need something. You didn't do nothing at Game Awards. First of all, what they did on their own is better. And I told people this from day one. I don't want them to show something at Game Awards. People said, Lemon, why? I said, because I'd rather you have so many studios now.
Awards.
You need to have your own events to give your games time so we can get to understand what we purchasing. Just like with the State of Plays, just like with Nintendo Directs. I want direct Microsoft stuff. I don't want 2 minutes of a trailer at the Game Awards. I'd rather have 43 minutes, possibly an hour, or 30 minutes dedicated to the titles that you are working on. Not third party, you, first party. So look, we're going to get into these other games later and talk about this with the show, but that's what I got out of that. Show me what the hell we spent $500 for. We 2 years into the generation. Last year had some okay titles, but we know with purchasing these companies that you're just not gonna get a game overnight, right? We know how long it takes to make a game, right? Big or small, it takes time. And Hi-Fi Rush showed us, right? We didn't know that was coming. It was a great shadow drop, and we'll talk about it later. One of PK's favorite titles right now. So, but what I'm saying is, they showed confidence in the brand. Now nobody could say, yo, we don't know what we're doing in the next couple months. They gave dates. No, they didn't give Forza. I wanted Forza more than anything because whenever a system comes out, the title that can define what a console does every generation, it's always a racing game. So that's the game that was detrimental to me. And getting no date, I still wasn't unimpressed. I still was very impressed. Beautiful visuals, fantastic work. If you watch the recent interview a day after the show, and they went into more details. They did the same thing on ESO. They went into an hour and a half, almost hour and a half later. They went into more details. Go ahead, BK.
Hey, stop spoiling things, bro.
Oh, well, I got it. All right, you know what? I ain't gonna say no more.
Getting into a groove.
No, my bad. Because the show was excellent.
I know, but
my bad, host. You the host. My bad. I'm gonna shut up.
Well, that's awesome. So we're gonna move because he's itching to talk about that. I know I am too, but just want to make sure.
I'm itching to talk about GoldenEye.
Clowns.
Yes. Yes. I'm here.
Did you
Said my name.
stop? This man. Hey, did you see the IGN interview with Bill and all that and all the little questions that was asking? Obviously they was trying to be a little messy, but he did get. I mean, some of his political answers, some of it, but he gave some really good, strong answers that are not committal. They're non-committal, but they are committal at the same time, if that makes sense. So, how did you interpret that, and what was your reaction to this?
First off, I want to say that Phil is great at. I mean, Phil has a lot of skills as a CEO, and one of them is knowing how to get around the question at hand and give a little bit of content, but not too much detail. He's excellent at that, and he never ever gets caught off guard in his speech. He's always very careful what he says next. So he's a very smart man. And I think the interview, there's some stuff in there that I was just like, why did you bring this up? So first off, the thing that this whole, hey, what do you think of Last of Us? Do you think that the Halo series is going to get there kind of question? That like they're two different genres, right? Last of Us is apocalyptic. It's like a virus.
Wait a minute. You know why they said that?
We know why, but I mean it's two different genres, right? Like Halo sci-fi, Last of Us is more like apocalyptic. You shouldn't even compare the two. There's fans for both of them out there. Xbox fans are a lot more critical of their shows and their games. PlayStation fans seem to just go with whatever is put out and they get hype behind it, except for Forspoken. That's the first time I've seen the community backlash on a game. But there was other stuff in there.
Yeah, they did. They did.
Yeah, they
Wait
did.
a minute. I thought it was 4K 120.
Yo, look.
I seen a lot of 4K 120 with some ray tracing.
That's the liars. That's the liars. But listen,
because I could
that looked worse than Craig face.
I could have sworn that the 120 mode can only reach 60 frames, and there is no such thing as 120 on PlayStation. I'm not going there. Go ahead, Clowns. I'm just trying to clarify.
The other thing too that was brought up was about the releases in 2022 and how he listens to the fans and the customers, and as fans, a lot of Xbox fans felt there wasn't enough games out there to come out first party or even third party exclusive maybe. But I just want to say this, man. Like, Phil, you don't have to answer that kind of stuff. I know that you always try to. I think what you're doing with xCloud and Game Pass is great. That's my message to you. It's fantastic. And that makes up for a lot of the other stuff going on. There's a lot of focus shifting in the industry, and it takes a lot of people to get behind a project to do something like xCloud and Game Pass and make it work and get the licenses and secure the deals. So, yes, I mean, are we always going to see lineup after lineup? No, I don't think on any side of the fence, whether it's Nintendo, Sony, Xbox, I don't think everyone's going to have a year where there's just games. It's almost impossible because development cycles take a very long time. We're coming from a post-pandemic situation where everything got delayed. People were working from home. People, even during the pandemic, left their jobs and stuff. So there's a lot of missing pieces in the chain right now. And I'm not even upset for 1 second that any of the Xbox games got delayed. Like I am happy that they're delayed for a good reason to get better, higher quality, better beta testing, all this stuff, man. And it's coming out in 2023. We're going to have a good year this year. We got Redfall coming. We got Starfield coming. We got Forza Motorsport sometime coming this year. And I'm okay with no date released. I don't think that should even have been a situation in the interview. We don't need a date. We know it's coming. There's a lot of detail going into it. They showed us how much detail. I mean, this is going to be the most sophisticated racing game to date at 4K 60 frames per second on a console with
ever created.
Night and day changes, 3 terabytes or pieces of track. I mean, come
20 environments, weather changing,
Yes.
puddles affecting the road, heat affecting the tires, 8 points of connection. I'm a Forza guy. I can keep going. Ray trace reflections.
Okay.
And
Okay,
the
Oh
The
yeah.
other-
Oh yeah. I'm sorry.
the other part I want to say too
Sorry, I'm
is
sorry.
she kind of asked him about the Activision Blizzard King deal, and let's get something straight, right? He is a CEO. He oversees a lot of different things that go on at the organization.
Everything.
He oversees that
Everything.
stuff. He approves stuff with Satya and Nadella. He goes to Satya for stuff, but he's not going to be at
He's not
every
developer.
single. Well, no, I'm talking about the deal, right? He's
No,
not
I'm
gonna
saying like
every-
he's not a developer. He's not the dude working on the Pacific projects. He's the overseer, right? So I'm agreeing with what you're saying. People like, oh, this is Phil's fault. Yes, like he said, I take a lot of heat for last year. Right?
Well, no, but I'm talking about the deal, right? Like she's asking him, like he knows the intricacies of the deal, every single aspect of the deal.
He's trying to get messy.
Yeah,
That's
but
all.
Microsoft
Yeah, she was
has a
trying.
whole-
She was trying.
Microsoft has a whole legal team for that, right?
Yes.
It's the job of the legal team and the
She just want to see
acquisition.
what she can get.
She just try to
she's
pick
just
his
a
brain.
terrible interviewer.
Right.
That's
She was
all.
terrible.
But I don't think the legal team is gonna be on the phone with Phil every 5 seconds.
No.
Be like, they
First
just.
of all,
oh,
But
they
first
just
of all,
did
them
this,
dudes
they
are
just did
specialists
that.
in that field, right? And
Yeah.
like Phil said, I didn't know about what it takes in the regulatory bodies. He explained that.
Thank
He
you.
explained it. He
Thank
said,
you.
listen, that's not what we do, but we have people to do it.
right.
Right?
Yep.
Because
No,
like when people told me, Lemon, why you getting on other content creators for talking about the regulatory bodies? I said, because first of all, they didn't do their homework and they didn't even know what it meant. They just wanted to give you some information that they didn't understand. How about you do your due diligence, do your homework, and then talk to your subscribers. Talk to the people on these podcasts. Don't get out here and talk about the regulatory bodies and they're making sure Sony is good. That's not their job. Their job is to protect me and you and the people that work for those companies. That's their job. Not to protect Sony from competition.
I mean, it's apparently their job to annoy a lot of people, is what it is.
Yeah.
So let's go with. Go ahead and finish your thought.
Yeah, I
Greg.
gotta finish what I'm saying. So the other thing too, she, when she brought up the Activision Blizzard King deal, there was the FTC suing, and I don't know if you guys know this, but on Thursday, MSN dropped an article that the FTC sued Microsoft reportedly to preempt EU
Yes.
settlement over Activision
Yeah,
merger,
facts.
Right.
which is very awkward.
Yeah,
to be honest.
which is
It
none of their
awkward,
damn business.
especially-
They don't control another region. But
Yeah, that's what we just.
before
yeah,
you
we
move
just-
in the hand, man, let me shout out a couple people fast back.
Yeah.
Yo, Steve Bico, man. Shout out to talking to you today, man. But listen, you part of the rewatch gang. If you don't lead the pack rewatching later to get me to 300-400 people watching, you ain't supposed to be here. Shout out to you for pulling up, man. Shout out to my man Axel, and Crispy is in the chat, man. Yo, Crispy, I know this is a real dreary time for you because you ain't seen no Gears trailers, but I'm pretty sure we might get a snippet at E3. That's my feeling. We just might just get a lance across in the screen or something. But anyway, shout out to everybody that's pulling up, man, and Axel in the building. Let's go. I'm sorry, PK.
Yo.
PK's the host today.
I just want to
By
say
itself.
this. Listen. I want to thank you again, there, clowns. You always got some passion
Fastback.
behind, especially when Phil's name mentioned. You like a general out here in these streets. I just want to get to the guest. With his 1982 computer in the background with a CRT and
No, that's not. No, that's older than that. You know what that is?
I mean, that's a TV.
That's a TV VHS built in,
Okay.
and
My
it
bad.
works.
Apologies.
And it works.
Respect, PK. Respect that
Apologies.
TV.
I am not.
He said,
trying
"Get
to
it
be
right."
I'm not trying to be disrespectful. You got NWO, one of the legendary,
Whoa.
factions, on poster on the background, and he's got.
That's a signed poster by Scott Hall and Kevin Nash.
That's what's up.
Ooh.
I can't
Yo.
wait to get mine too.
The cap is real in here.
Anyway,
I missed the Sega Genesis and the N64.
listen, man. This man has a green.
There's a Tower of Power. There's a Saturn here, 3DO, all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get it, Ham. Tell him.
I
Yo,
wish
Ham.
I still had mine.
I got a question for you. You remember this?
Oh my goodness.
This is another Marvel channel, sucker.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Don't pay him.
don't let me ruin your day.
Don't pay him no mind. I just appreciate the aesthetics in the back.
I got
But
some
I just
Batman
want
stuff around
see
here.
if you
Bunch
can
of
recall
I just can't
this
reach it.
interview while he's distracting you, and see if you find anything that sticks out to you that you want to reflect on this interview at all. Anything. It could be one thing, two things, whatever.
From the Phil Spencer interview, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, like there's a few things to reflect on in that interview, in my opinion. First of all, as Lemon was saying, I think Halo's doing fine. I think a lot of people are just dooming and glooming a little more than they should be. I mean, the whole employee, being fired and stuff like that. I mean, nobody should ever wish that on anybody.
No,
That's
not at
first
all.
and foremost. I mean, I'm not trying to short that situation whatsoever, but what I'm saying is look at the industry, and if you're just looking at Microsoft, then you're just looking at a real narrow scope.
And just to be clear on that,
Microsoft.
that was those were contractors, so it was kind of out of.
That's under 19-month contracts.
These are labor laws. These is out of his hands, so it was kind of like there was nothing he could do, and there's nothing anyone could do because of those labor laws and those contracts. So just to be clear, it wasn't like, we just gonna. No, it was under contract for such time, and they could not bring these people on as full-time employees.
Facts.
Go ahead,
Facts.
He said your rent, your lease is up.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, they those people still got to look for new work somewhere, which sucks. I mean, it's never fun to do that.
No.
But I guess it comes with the kind of territory that is the gaming industry, or at least in Microsoft's.
No. It's the gaming industry.
It's everywhere.
There's it's all in game, all contracts. They got a lot of people, artists, designers,
Everywhere.
programmers, coders. That's not working for Ubisoft. That's not working for Microsoft. That's not working for Activision. They all under contracts, and you got a limit: 24 months, 19 months.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That's how it works.
it is.
I don't like that, but
And it's labor law, so you can't do anything about it.
That's why the video game industry need unions.
And change the laws.
You get me, Ham? That's why they need it.
Well, so go ahead and finish your thought there. I'm sorry, bro.
So I'm trying to remember where I was at. So
people getting laid off, and it's not good.
Oh yeah, people getting laid off, which isn't good. But he kind of helped out with the whole thought process on like where their heads are still at on Halo.
Yes.
And whatnot. And he still said, Halo, he pretty much said what he said the last few years, to be honest. I mean, you can take it how you want. Some people want to say, it's just, business talk or whatever. But no, I think
right?
that is real when he says, Halo is one of the foundations of what Xbox is and whatnot.
Shit.
So I think they're going to keep going on that. A lot of people are saying, oh man, the
switch the team.
The story is going to be, the story is never coming back, or it's never going to be the same, or it's not going to be good again, or put away Halo forever. Shout out to Cozy. She always says, let's just stop with the whole Halo thing. And I'm just like, man, you are kidding. That
Halo's
is like
their biggest franchise.
I mean, that's just like saying, Marvel, like you had a bad time with Spider-Man. Just stop.
Yeah, right.
Like you don't do that to something that at that magnitude. You don't just stop. You maybe make an alternate for a few years until you can come back flashy, sure.
Mm-hmm.
But you're not just gonna oh man, you know what? It didn't work this time. Garbage. Like you don't do that with a franchise.
Ham, let me ask you a question. You beat Halo, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
How was the campaign?
Except Wars. Halo Wars.
Halo Wars is different because that's an RTS. That is it's niche, right? That's like for me. I love Halo Wars, right? And so does my boy 100, right? And he doesn't like RTS, but he loves Halo. He played it regardless. That's where the Banish was really introduced at, right? People don't see. I'm a Halo guy. People don't know that. That's why when I talk to certain people,
I had to look that up to find that out.
right? When I talk to people in spaces and they talk to me about Halo, you can't talk. I got all the books. Shout out to my man Everborn because I bought his books the other day too. Excellent comic. Check out my man Everborn Saga. But what I'm saying is, you beat Halo. How was the story?
Oh, I thought the story was just fine.
One of the best Halos ever in terms of boss fighters, right? Boss fights, right?
In terms of boss fights, sure, yeah. You have that.
Right.
For sure, especially when you think back at the previous game.
Yes.
It was like, wow, these boss fights are a ton better. These boss fights actually...
I did like Halo 5. I didn't like that story. Right.
Instead of the Halo 5's boss fights, felt like you literally
this
were
is
fighting
one of the best
boss
Halos ever with boss fights, right? When when people talk to me about Halo,
I know you love Halo. We're not trying to turn into a Halo.
No. I want to bring up a point, right? Because people say things, and I just want to point this out to people that's listening, right? Or people on this panel, right? It's like you passionate about Rogue Squadron. When people talk Rogue Squadron and don't know what they talking about, you pick them right apart, right or wrong. Right.
Talking to me.
Yeah. When people talk about Rogue Squadron, you could immediately tell, PK, when they speak to you about Rogue Squadron, they're not Rogue Squadron players, right?
Yeah, I guess I get you what you're saying.
Right. So what I'm saying is, this is my point about Halo. When you hear a lot of people going off about Halo, and people go, yo, Halo didn't have this, Halo didn't have that. And I always point out, a lot of Halos didn't release with Forge. Some Halos didn't release with co-op. If that's what you prefer, that don't mean the game is shit. Because that's what you preferred. I don't play Halo co-op. I don't care. I don't build nothing in Forge. Yes, I enjoy playing on Forge maps, right? But a lot of stuff people complained about with Halo was way overblown. What you could say about Halo was it didn't have enough maps. But what you couldn't say about Halo was it didn't play well.
Oh, no.
You get what I'm saying?
That was the top thing going for it.
Right. Like, first of all, Halo came out the door. It shot and played beautifully. Dudes was like, well, I'm getting dropped games. Well, you need to get better internet service. Because I've played with dudes. They live stream. I can't get this lobby to work. I open a lobby. It works fine. That sounds like a you problem. You can't make your problem the masses, right? Battlefield. I'm a huge Battlefield fan. They were struggling across 3 platforms at 20,000 people a month online. Halo is over 580,000 people a month. Those are astronomical numbers. People like Halo Online is failing. You ever jump into a Halo game and can't find a match? Nope. So a lot of things is like this community with Mad Games when they complain about stuff. Callisto Protocol. You was one of the guys that complained, and I said, yo, I didn't see a lot of stuff you did, him. We had this conversation, right? But that don't mean you lying, but that don't make it for a general situation. Then when we had another conversation,
Callisto Protocol is currently failing.
No. Financially, it sold 2 million copies. That is not a call from the street. They just didn't make their money back. They didn't make their money back. I agree with you. It's a fail. But 2 million sold is not it's a new IP. That's pretty good.
No. You look at Devil May Cry games, those games don't sell crazy numbers, but it doesn't mean it's an utter failure in all aspects. Especially Devil May Cry 5. They were just not that long ago proud about that game hitting 5 million, and they done put that game on sales 6 or 7 times.
Yeah.
And they still proud about it, So I mean,
fact. It's like what I said about God of War, right?
Different aspiration or
God of War, Spider-Man,
thanks.
Horizon, God of War 2018 sold out the door when it was $20. Not when it was 60. I'm a God of War dude. I'm just saying. But I just don't like the flack that the community gives these games. And then they'll give a game like Elden Ring, which is broke out the door, a pass because you like it. So, Call of Duty, still broken today. I love Call of Duty. It's broken. Still getting dropped. You're still getting kicked out. You're still getting screen glitches.
My bro is mad as hell about Warzone right now.
Yo, listen, facts. But you don't. being that the community loves the game, you don't hear no complaints because no, I like it, so
And
I'm not
he's
going to
mad
say
as hell
nothing.
about that. He
Yes.
is mad as
Yes.
hell about that because
That's my point of
if
what I'm
just
saying,
people
PK.
would just
It's not about
stop for
Halo.
one game
They just
and
gotta
just
chill out.
Complain.
We are part of the whole complaining generation. They complain about people was like, even with the Xbox show, well, I think they could have did this. Man, shut your ass up. That show was good. You don't even know when it's good when they give it to you good. You don't even know. All you want to do is look for something like you know how the business is ran, how you know how to. You cannot explain how to do a show better, and you couldn't produce that show. But you want to go out here and nitpick every single thing, and that's what social
You're gonna
media.
hate me later, then Lemon. You're gonna hate me
but
later.
Bro, but listen, opinions is different. But go ahead. Sorry, PK. Sorry, I had to say that. I had to say that.
So that was like 10 minutes of Halo. We're not gonna talk about Halo.
No, I was talking about. I use Halo as a consensus, but I moved into other games that made sense.
You're very passionate about Halo, and you forget the time.
And you're very passionate about playing your games and showing your gamer score.
I know. I have no.
We all got something.
I have no issue with you in Halo.
No, I know.
Make sure the man's finished his point, and we can get to the real topic.
I just hate the backlash,
yeah, I'm gonna
bro.
fast forward through the rest of it because Lemon went on.
I just hate the backlash, bro. Just hate it.
But yeah. So it was good to hear that Halo, is gonna continue to do Halo things. More or less, they're gonna be using like support teams, in my opinion, a lot more to help out with 343's vision of Halo. But what was pretty dope to see as well, which I don't know how serious to take this, but it was interesting to see Phil Spencer say he was more excited about, or not more excited, but more confident about the deal than he was going into it a year ago, which is pretty wild to say because you are literally in the middle of the fight now, right? So that's just kind of interesting to hear. And then lastly, I think my favorite part of the interview was him just talking about like Hi-Fi Rush and Pentiment and stuff like that, and how you're going to be able to see a lot more of those types of games come out just because because of all the teams that can be able to work together, and then also like Game Pass and just getting the content out to people a lot easier. And yeah, it just has me excited. So it was a pretty good interview. That woman definitely poked and prodded in some areas. I thought it was interesting that she brought up The Last of Us and then turned around and said, do you think do you hope Halo has just as much success? I was like, what a dig. That's she tried to slide that in. I thought that was kind of cold. Because in actuality, if you look at the Halo show numbers from last year, they were great.
No.
They just didn't get the same. What's up?
This is what I told Clowns earlier. Halo numbers was bigger than Last of Us.
They were.
And when she said that, I said, Clowns, what the F is she talking about? Because it generated over $700 million for
it just didn't have the same ratings.
No, well, ratings is different, but we talking about continued viewership.
Velma is the number one open TV show in HBO Max history, and it has the worst ratings.
Listen.
And it continues to do it every week.
They said, this is what they said about Halo. The biggest show on Paramount Plus brought in 4.9 million views, and Halo surpassed that. And I'm a Last of Us dude. I have a problem with Last of Us. I'm going to tell you what I have a problem with Last of Us in. People won't say, and I own every collectible and beat the games. I'm a fan. Let me say this. The reason that I'm not into Last of Us yet, because everything that happens in the cutscenes in the game is in the goddamn show. Ain't been a surprise yet. Right? So I'm watching it. It's like watching the game. I'm like,
but here's my question as somebody that hasn't seen that show yet. Are there situations or scenes that weren't in the
No,
video game at all?
No.
Or is it literally
it's
the
damn near
video
it's
game?
damn near identical. That's why I'm just like, but see, I'm a big fan, right?
So
I'm
it's
an
like watching
initial.
someone stream it almost, except it's
Yes.
real people.
So when I said that, somebody was like, "But the show is amazing." I'm like, "Well, you know, maybe you didn't play the games like I did, right? I'm vested into the characters."
I'm gonna be honest. I've never played the game, so I was watching this first time.
I mean, I didn't say it wasn't bad. What I'm saying is, I need to see, add something to it. Just like with Halo. Halo is not exactly what Halo is. They're adding different elements, right? We all like that movie Man of Steel. Did they ever show Krypton like that? No, they did not. All we know, the planet blew up and they shipped them out. They never gave no history from the planet until Man of Steel. Clowns, correct me if I'm wrong.
You're usually never wrong when it comes to that kind of stuff.
So I'm telling you, I wanted to see something else besides of what the game exactly was. So hopefully when they get deeper into the interaction in the cities and him transporting her around, they show something different. But technically, the first 2 episodes is pretty much exactly like the goddamn games. So I'm like, okay.
I'm just trying to get Ham.
Which is not bad, but
I'm just trying to get Ham through his little section here because
sorry,
we didn't even get to the big topic. And, you know,
I know I'm sorry, bro, but you know,
drowning over here.
Lucky for you, PK. I'm done.
I'm sorry.
Simple. I'm gonna just say this.
It's 2 games that I love, bro. I can't help it.
I just want to say this. IGN better have that same energy with Sony. Where that? Ask Jim Ryan the same damn questions. Because
first of all, PK, they're gonna have to come outside first because I mean, when's the last time they came outside to even talk to IGN or something like that?
I'm just saying,
Flute Man,
they need to have that same energy and ask them same damn questions.
They not.
Damn.
They not.
Because
they not.
What are we doing here?
A lot of them people that work for IGN had PlayStations when they couldn't buy the games themselves.
Hey, listen.
And I'm gonna leave it right there.
All I'm saying is, if Jim Ryan does, if he gets permission from his daddy to come sit down,
you see,
talk to y'all.
Casket Repair said the same thing.
I need to take the same question, the exact same ones, and ask them the same thing.
Well,
ask Jim Ryan this.
Can we hook him to a lie detector first?
No.
No. I don't even care if they lie because they lie all the time. I'm talking about just ask them and then post it. We don't look for IGN for the truth. Who goes there for the truth? That's propaganda. Come on, bro.
Propaganda.
That's not news. That's opinions. It's like going to Fox or something. I don't know. Come on, man. Hey, listen. Hey, I just want to address this because
oh my God.
Mastermind says I was a hater. Listen, I'm gonna be real with you, man. It's only hating when you're lying, and I ain't lying. I'm being real. I might poke fun. I might, like
who called you a hater? Who called you a hater?
Mastermind, but it's only hating when you're lying, bro. So I'm not lying. I'm just calling for what it is, right? It's hypocrisy. That's what it based around, and I'm just saying. So I'm gonna keep moving. Honestly, we got this.
Mastermind is my guy.
And,
he good
and the
people.
big topic, we could wrap around all these other things. So I want to say, this week was pretty big. We had a lot of releases, right? Big ones, nostalgic ones, surprise ones, right? Releases, dates. It was this exciting week for gaming, in my opinion. So I play on all platforms. I haven't been playing on my Switch or PlayStation as a reason because it's packed up, but I do play on all platforms, and I get my receipts are there for anyone to pull them. All right, so
please don't let him start with that, please.
What I would say is, this was a big week. Right?
Yes,
I would want to talk about the Xbox show and the games that released this week all in one time because I feel like it's going to be pretty meaty. And what I want to say is, one, Dead Space is one of those games that I did not get to beat, all right? Because my game save got corrupted, just would not let me load it. So I just never played it again. So hopefully I could do that this time. That's one of them. The other one was definitely Lemon wanted to talk about GoldenEye, right? I know a lot of people on the Switch is happy because yours go online and the Xbox One version doesn't. I mean, it's the Xbox Series One. And it's really technical. So I know on a high level it looks like it doesn't make sense, but on a low level, if you understand why what they did and why it works that way, then you'll see what I'm talking about. So
one is emulating, right? And one is
yeah,
an actual
yeah. So
right.
so there's a difference here in why that's possible in one and not the other. Plus, there's a licensing fee.
So break it down, bro. Break it down.
I'm just throwing it out there. You guys really know that James Bond is not owned by Microsoft. It is owned by Amazon, really.
Yes.
So there's a licensing issue.
And that's the
here.
Pierce Bronson 007 too. He only did one movie and he got licensed for one game in his whole career because he was Richard Steele, right? Right, clowns?
I don't even remember because
he was
a fan.
He had a James Bond show on TV. I think it was Richard Steele. I grew up on it. And everybody wanted him to play Bond for years. And he couldn't get out of his TV contract until then he did the Diamonds Are Forever movie. And then after that, they took him back and he never did another. He did the game and he did that movie and that was it.
But I'm just saying, so don't look at it. I mean, looking at a high level, it looks messed up, but you got to understand there's a lot of moving parts and why there's one thing that can go online and the other can't. It's not capability. It's due to a lot of other entanglements. So
hold on. Piggy, let me say this for people who don't know who this guy was. It's the dude that played Dr. Fate in
Black Adam.
Black Adam. That's who everybody wanted to be Bond after Sean Connery. And they could not get him under contract. That's how we had the Roger Moores and stuff like that. They wanted him to be Bond. And he had a TV series and he was a spy just like Bond, and he had that British accent, and they would not let the dude go. So that's some history. I'm 50. Sorry, y'all, but I got some history with this. But go ahead, continue, PK. Doing a great job. Thank you, brother.
Appreciate that. So what I want is I'm gonna go with him because and if Lemon can just keep drinking while he's talking, then he might get through.
I'm not drinking.
Well, no, I'm saying keep sipping.
I'm not
sipping on. Whatever.
Keep drinking.
What I
this
want
ain't
to
drink
say
champs.
if you did see the Xbox show, give me your impression, whether it's good or bad. And did you play any of these releases, including the Shadow Drop, and your impression on all these releases, and to include in the show? There you can go. And then after we can go on the clowns, and then we do, Lemon's usually open session, so we'll just go from there. So
I'm sorry, PK. I'm sorry I'm about to do this.
No, go ahead,
Lemon, I gave the show a 7.5.
Bro, that's your opinion. I rocks with you, and I respect all your opinions.
What is that based on?
He gonna tell us. He gonna tell us.
Yeah. I'm gonna break it down for you.
Is it out of 10 or is it
out of 10? Yeah, it's out of 10. Yeah, it's not out of 8. It's out of 10.
Okay, I didn't know. I was just checking.
But yeah, I mean, I thought the pacing was the best I've seen from Xbox. I'll give them that right there, first and foremost.
That's like a
straight to the point. Yes. on everything that they were doing. The game, like it would have. I don't know. It could have been higher in some areas for me, but this is personal for me. I feel like a lot of people, when they give scores, they give scores based off of what everybody else says instead of what they personally felt watching it. So this is my personal feelings. This isn't what, oh man, the crowd was going wild. You know what? Some people look at a touchdown and say that's the best thing I ever seen, and some people say, you know what? I seen that last week.
Right.
Is that
good? So with seeing ESO, which I'm not a big fan of, I thought that was just personally for me, I'm not a big fan of it. I know there's a ton of fans for it.
Yeah.
I know it's more than necessary to have at the show, but I wasn't entertained by it. So that was a boring moment for me.
Right.
Let's see, the Minecraft Legends things. Each time I see that game, I'm not gonna lie. Each time I see that game, I get a little bit more interested.
I was never interested.
I'm not. You know what I'm saying?
I was because I'm not a Minecraft dude. I was never interested until the show. But continue.
Exactly. So like, it's like each time they show that, each time they show that game, I remember the very first time. I remember the very first time I'd seen that game, and I was just like, that. This is Ark Survival Evolved for kids. Like that's
I didn't
the
know
way
what
I
it
look
was.
at that game.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Because it's very similar to that kind of game, and I'm really big into Ark. I love Ark.
Yes, you do.
That's my joint.
Right.
So I was thinking, oh, this is just Ark for kids, and then they came out with Minecraft Dungeons, and I was just like you threw some Diablo in there.
Yes.
Like this is a little interesting right now, but I'm not quite sold yet. And then they're like, but how about some ray trace? How about? And then I'm like,
spice it up.
Like,
let's get off these 8-bit sprite look, right?
I mean, first off, I mean, although I'm not a huge lover of Minecraft, I just want to, throw a shout out to Mojang out there. You know what I'm saying? Because they just keep
expanding
getting better.
Yes.
Yeah. They keep expanding, keep getting better, and they believe in their product, and that is something that you don't see everybody do after a few years. They believe in their product as they're making it, and then once the crowd sees it, then they start to die in belief or whatnot. But
that is the number one game sold, right? Number one game.
It's insane
in history.
It's insane.
Minecraft.
So that was dope, and then so that was dope to see. But I'm still, trying to get there. Still not quite ready to play that game quite yet. Got too many games on my plate, and that's a real issue right now.
Right.
Let's see, and then the dope pieces of the show would be like Redfall, but I tell you this, and here's why part of the score is down for me personally. Okay. And this is the same thing as ESO. It's the same thing as ESO.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not exciting for me to see anymore. I'm excited to play the game, but it's kind of like, what was it? Deathloop. You've seen it like 20 times before you got to actually play it. And it's just like, all I needed from Redfall, I didn't need to see any of the cool animations, any of the gameplay at all. I just wanted to see the shipping date, the ship date. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to see.
You got that.
Yeah, and I got that. So I was happy with that. All the extra stuff, I don't really care. I feel like they know what they're doing with that, and it's fine. I think
you got to out there score to 8.5.
Ham, what are you waving excited around in your hand, bro?
Look like a vape.
Like you threatening me.
Just my vape.
I
vape. Yeah, look like a vape.
Kind of like you was threatening me or something. I thought it was a knife.
Oh no.
I didn't know what you was doing over there. You got like a passionate,
like one of those.
Yeah, look, I told you. He went from Ice Cube to Old Dog. You see his long braids. Yo, what you say about my mama?
Yeah, right.
I was like, yo, he swing. You need to. I don't know what's going on over there, man. I don't know how that made you feel, but I'm sorry. Like, yo.
But
ahead, babe. Sorry.
But yeah, so yeah, that was dope. But the thing that had me probably the most hyped that I wanted to just see more of, unlike Redfall, because like I said, I felt like I've seen enough of Redfall, but something I didn't see enough of was Forza. And when Forza showed out what they showed, I mean, it started out with me sitting back, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was leaning forward, and then I was like making sure my resolution was all the way up. Like I'm like, this is wild.
That's one of my favorite games ever.
This game looks insane. I'm on the edge of my seat. And I have Matt likes games. I had Loke. I had Hard Days Mike. We were doing a little watch party thing,
man.
right?
Shout out to Loke.
Yeah, Loke, dope dude. Yeah, I had a little watch party going on. We were watching it live on my channel, TSWS Gaming. Plug, shameless. But anyways,
drop it in the chat, bro. Drop it in the chat.
We were watching it, And I remember saying to Matt and everybody, I said, watch them disappoint everybody and say coming. You can go back, you can roll the tape back and watch me say that. I say, watch them disappoint everybody and say it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. And then right at the very end said coming 2023. And I was just
they put coming and slash it out.
Even though I said it, it still broke my heart to see that. And at that moment, like my reptilian side came out of me for a moment, and I was just like, damn it, Xbox again. like you always got to show me just one little thing to kind of have me a little.
Nothing's perfect, bro. Nothing is perfect.
You're right.
Nothing is perfect.
Right. And you're right. And I had over the weekend to kind of let it simmer and whatnot.
Right.
But you know what? The show didn't even let it simmer, because what happened right after that? Shadow drop.
Yes.
So as I'm sitting there like, God damn
Preach.
it, they're like, download this here in a minute. And I'm like, excuse me, what? What did you just say?
Preach.
I'm still thinking about like how disappointed I am, and you're telling me to shut up and play.
Yep. And that's not the first time either.
So that's what I did.
That they did that.
That's what I did. I shut it up.
Because they did it in 2019. And you could play the Halo multiplayer right now. What? Everybody was shut it down. So listen. Listen, I can't disagree. I think you need an 8.5. You know why? Because everything you talked about, you had a smile on your face. Everything. Everything. Listen, EO.
I'll change it to
listen. Let me explain something to you, brother.
Don't look. You're a grown ass man.
No. I'm not. First of all, I'm not telling him what to do. I'm just,
I'll change it to an 8.
I respect. First of all, I don't let nobody on my channel or our channel, brother. I don't let nobody on our channel that I don't respect. I respect everything he's saying. What I'm saying is, it's like, look. The reason I don't play Elder Scrolls Online, because they was charging $15 a month. I'm not going to play nothing that consistent because I bought too many games. I will be wasting money to do that, right? But ESO don't have to be for you to say they gave it a great presentation. And somebody else said that. I don't play ESO, so I don't care. But it's not about me and your opinion, right?
It is about my opinion.
No. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm talking about in terms of I'm talking about in terms of like to crap on it, right? I can't crap on them for showing other people games that I might not play, right? There's some games that's indie. I'm like, man, I ain't playing that. But I know people that like Cozy. Cozy was co-signing Vampire Survivors. I was like, man, she don't shut her ass up with this. I'm not playing this game. Me and PK was like this. Right? But if you look at the game, if she didn't co-sign it like that, I would have never touched that game, right? So that's how I'm looking at it. Not saying you're wrong. You're not wrong. If you ain't into it, you ain't into it. But that can't be a negative because you don't play it. You get what I'm saying? For you, it can be. But for the masses,
I said at the beginning,
right?
That's why I said at the beginning,
So,
like
my personal.
This is strictly for me.
Right. So I rock with you. I believe in it.
I understand why it's there, but it wasn't for me. So that's why
there's millions of people that play that goddamn game. It's crazy.
What it got.
Let me ask you to clarify the Shadow Drop. Did you play the Shadow Drop, and what is the name for the people that's watching? What is the name of this show?
Disrespectful.
The Shadow Drop name is Hi-Fi Rush.
Woo!
And it's fantastic. And it's fantastic. And it's a rhythm game.
No, it is an action game that has rhythm in it.
And shout out the clowns, because I can't wait to hear what he got to say about it.
If you want to bust my chops for that little thing, then go ahead, sure.
Because PK is petty, like 50 Cent.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like it.
No.
He goes into all details.
He's like, I'm gonna correct him anyways.
The reason why I did this is not for you. It's so that the audience don't think that it's just a rhythm game.
Nah, it's really an action rhythm game.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's an action game with rhythm. It's not for you, not correcting you for correction. It's more like
we talk to the people. We talk to the people. Facts.
They're listening to you, and I understand that. I understand your description of it. I just want to make sure that they understand it's not that. Like it's not whatever that Nintendo thing is.
Yeah, I get it. You're saying it's like an acronym for some people. They don't all.
Okay, hold on.
Everybody understands.
There's a language barrier here. We want to be respectful here.
I gotta represent one of my brothers in the chat. Yo, Mr. Leader of the rewatch game, Mr. Steve Bike. You my guy. Pentiment is not my jam. I don't care who made it. I don't care what decade it came out in. Pentiment is not for me. It's for the birds. But anyway.
After we go
as dust falls. As dust falls.
PK.
Is the truth.
Steve, I'm not with one away. I say I ain't played Pentiment, but
I did.
If you love it, I love it too, man.
I love it for you, not for me. I was like, bro. What the hell kind of wooden shoes is this?
I'm done, but I do have a question for everybody once everybody's had their turn.
Well, did you answer for as the releases like GoldenEye and are you interested in that? Are you trying that? And
GoldenEye, I like I can play it on my 64 right here. It's like
no, you can't. It's not the same.
What in the Nintendo 64 is going on here?
It's 4K 16:9 aspect ratio, sucker.
Sure. I mean, it's
it's not the same.
I mean, we can say the same thing about Dead Space, right?
No, you cannot, because Dead Space was 16:9 on 360. No, you cannot. No.
Okay, well, are you interested in the Dead Space? Are you gonna try it, or how you feel about it?
Well, you talking about GoldenEye, so so no, I'm not that interested in it just because I can't play it with the people I play online with every night. So like,
I'm gonna play on my Switch.
To me, I don't care who owned the IP. I don't care. How do you decide to bring back a game that is legendary? That most people that played it at that time are grown or really grown.
No. Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So and those folks are not those folks are not sitting next to each other on couches anymore. They got houses.
Yep. They got their own TV, 65 inches, 55.
So why like this is like I thought the work that they put into making the game look the way it did, sure, I thought it was fine. I thought it was fine for whatever for that or whatnot.
Right.
But not giving it the ability to do multiplayer when we know damn well the industry is pretty much telling you to buy your own damn console if you want to play.
That was the foundation of that game, right?
What?
That was the foundation. No, not online. No, we talking about multiplayer. The foundation, people beat GoldenEye, right?
Screen.
But no, not streaming. Listen to what I'm saying. People, when I was younger and I had all them dudes in my crib, that was a pinnacle for us to play multiplayer with shooting, right?
Right.
We all hated the N64 controller. It's not a good controller. That game kept us playing for years until Halo came out. And that is no joke. That's why I said I wanted to talk about it. You know what I'm saying, PK? Because it was detrimental in my youth. Remember, I'm older than you. So it was very detrimental to multiplayer split screen. There was certain split screen games that we played. Top Gear 4-player split screen, Jesus Christ. Everybody, when I was a kid, that's what we was playing. 4-player, Top Gear, Super NES, crazy. And then the next biggest crazy multiplayer split screen game that had people playing for years was GoldenEye. Now I'm going to say some good things about the port, and I'm going to say some bad things, and it's really nothing to do with online, but I'm going to let you continue. I just wanted to bring that up. That's why it's important to me. It was a detrimental situation.
Look, the situations have flipped. Like back in the day, like playing online, like Unreal Tournament and stuff like that, that was niche. Playing online,
but that was later.
Niche. It was sure. It was is more or less around like the Xbox, the original Xbox like era,
right,
and stuff like that. But what I'm saying is, even during that era, it was still niche. You were still going to your boy's house playing,
Yes.
or doing
Elbow
like
to
the system
elbow.
links and stuff like that.
Right.
Y'all were in the same crib for the most part. But like I just said, like nowadays gaming, it's like if you want, I mean, damn, you can be in the same house with your wife, and if you both want to play a game, you have to have your own console. For most of these games, like
facts.
Ark Survival Evolved, you got to do that. I mean, half the time you want your own damn TV nowadays, anyways.
No.
So
I
it's
would
just
never
like-
go back to couch co-op. When they cried about split screen with Halo, I was like, who does that?
Right.
Not today.
So I just thought it was I just thought it was a catastrophic, just total
A fail.
miss
Right.
on not putting multiplayer in
Multiplayer,
such a game that just is nostalgia overload.
Mhm.
Like that's insane. That's insane. I thought it did no
And
justice.
I'm gonna tell you this, Ham. I seen the podcast from K Mega Channel last night, and Six Slayer was there. Right? My house with Halo 1. I was the only one with a setup that we could play 4-player split screen. I had the bandwidth to go online. I had the router to go online. And we was playing Halo 1 online in my house. My house has always been, yo, let's go to Lemon Crib. He got everything. Right? Sick will tell you this. Straight facts. They had to come to my house to do this, right? And also, when we played room to room, LAN, 3-4 Xboxes hooked up to TVs and play in the crib, my crib was the area for that. That's why GoldenEye, when GoldenEye came out, people was like, yo, is Lemon getting the N64? I said, yeah. And we're going to be playing these games. My house was always the central organization for a team-up console, multiplayer, right? So that's why I was telling PK was like, oh, I don't want to talk about this because Hi-Fi Rush is better. Yes, it is. But from my history, that's a foundation for me. You feel what I'm saying? That's a foundation. So continue. I'm sorry. And a lot of us.
Good. Like I said, I just finished up by saying it's just not
PK,
not what I was looking for.
PK. Yeah.
But was there any other games that you had any questions about, PK?
No, well, I just want to see if you was interested in the, what was it, the other remake? What was it?
The Dead Space remake?
The Space, yeah, that one.
Okay, so I recently beat the first Dead Space last summer for the very first time. I'm going through Dead Space 2 right now.
Oh, you're a newbie.
So I have no interest in the Dead Space remake as of right now. Maybe something. I feel like that's something that it's just in a way. It's almost like the whole GoldenEye thing, where it's just nostalgia is crushing people right now, and they just couldn't wait to get back into it. And since I just beat it, it's just like. I understand I could have an alternate ending. I understand there's more to the story. I understand that they talk, but I mean, I'm good.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And that's solid. So Clowns has been very patient and very quiet. I appreciate it.
Sorry,
man.
Clowns. I'm sorry.
Oh no,
I'm
you're
sorry.
good. My wife was texting me about something, so.
I just want to make sure, buddy.
No, I'm here. I've been here the whole
Now, I
time.
know you got this background in the back, and I know you want to talk about it, so I want you to talk about it, and then give me your thoughts on the release on the game. So go ahead, go.
Okay, so let's just start out with, it opened up with Minecraft Legends. Now, I was very disappointed with that game. I thought it was going to be like Minecraft Dungeons. And the style is close enough, but it's not the same for me. And it's PvP, it's not PvE. So I was a little disappointed. I think they said something about a campaign in it, but I didn't, once I saw the PvP stuff, I was like kind of eh. I'll try it with friends, but I was so hyped for that game. I was at a level 10 on that game. That game has now dropped down to like a 4 for me because of my disappointment on the PvP. As PK, as you know, I'm not one for multiplayer very much. I like my single player experience more than anything. So it killed it for me. Next, I want to go to Forza Motorsport. I think that was a fantastic showing. I'm not really the motorsport fan. I like the Horizon series better, but the fact that there's real-time damage, dirt, all that, it's great. Excited for that. A little bit too much talkie on the camera with the guy talking. You could have skipped some of that, showed more gameplay, and did the talk with the gameplay. I'm not really for the on-screen appearance. I think too much of that does it an injustice because then we have to sit through that. But still, it's a lot better than all the previous Xbox experiences we had for a showcase. Next, I want to go to what took up a good chunk was Redfall. We interviewed Naveen Crumpy on the channel who voices Layla, shameless plug before GQTV. But the game looks fantastic. I'm excited to try it. I think the character models, the graphics, the story, the voice acting all comes together on that from what we've seen so far. It just looks like a fun game, and I'm glad it's vampires and not zombies because I'm tired of zombie stuff. So it's a kind of a change up, right? We're dealing with vampires now, so that's kind of cool. Then we had that stealth drop of Hi-Fi Rush that was kept so quiet. They did a fantastic job with that. I'm just gonna say they could take that kind of risk because of Game Pass and the fact that there was no bad press about it ahead of time. I think gave people the edge to want to try it, and we even seen on Steam how well that's done, right? I mean, even people that don't have Game Pass played it on Steam and they're liking it. So that was a gem for Xbox to do, and I hope to see that more often in these kind of developer showcases. I can't say that it's always going to happen, but I'd like to see it happen more often than not, like a small stealth drop. But they did work on Hi-Fi Rush for a couple of years. There's just so many great things about that game when it comes to the story, the mechanics, the rhythm, the music. They have a streamer mode. It's all there, man. Like that game is all there, 100%. And I doubted that game at first. It didn't look like my style of game when I played it, and it kind of blew me away, man. That game is like for me already a 9 out of 10. And I know it wasn't going to happen. We weren't going to see stuff they said we weren't going to see. The showcases later for that, but overall, I'd give the showcase an 8. I think it was solid, direct to the point. We got enough information, some expectations of what we, in game footage, things that we saw, cinematic footage, and some explanation behind the scenes. They did try a little too hard with some corny jokes. They tried extremely hard. Especially with Mojang. They could have skipped some of that, I think. I'm being honest here. But it spoke to a lot of the fan base, and that's what matters the most. I'm a diehard fan, so I'm excited anytime we get something, even just a Fable, 3-second trailer I was excited for. So, yeah, I was hyped for this. 8.
What about the other releases this week, buddy?
As far as Dead Space and GoldenEye, let me just tell you something about GoldenEye. That thing is dead on a horse. It's nostalgic for a reason. It's going to speak to people that like nostalgic stuff. No offense, Ham, with your N64 over there.
Retro gamers.
Yeah, it's going to speak to them, but I just think it doesn't hold up very well. And I think that game was really made to play with an N64 controller, the way it was designed. So I haven't played it yet. I'm gonna wait a very long time to play it.
Don't wait a very long time. Turn on your sensitivity, and I'm gonna say my points. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no.
But you're right. You're right on a couple aspects, but
Yeah, I mean, when the game came out, don't get me wrong, it was mind blowing for its time,
Yes,
and the
yes, it
paintball
was.
mode was fun. It was great to get with your friends at their houses. I even traded my whole Nintendo Entertainment System in. And all my games, like 300 games for it, just for this. And I don't know why I did that. It was the dumbest move I ever did. But it was great for its time. It was fun with friends. It had its moment in history. It inspired many other things. But it falls flat for me today. Just doesn't hold up well. Dead Space remake. Oh, man.
give me your history. Give me your history. Let's go.
Yes, I got to play Dead Space long before anybody else, this new one. And I got to see from its inception to what it look like.
Nah. See, you cutting it short. You gotta give him the bottom line. You gotta tell him how it started, what you went through, the week being there. Go back to the beginning, bro. You skipping out on some content.
Okay, so I was chosen by EA to play this game very early.
Facts.
It was a great week at EA. The game was fun. I enjoyed every minute of this game, man. Like, there was just so much fun I had in this game because I never really got through the original. Like, I played it and then I stopped, and I can't remember why I stopped. I think I just got bored of it or I just felt lost. But this remake, the graphics, I mean, it's similar, yes, but they have done so much remastered work on this game that it feels like a different game in some aspects. Some of the dialogue has been changed from the original. They added a new ending, I believe they said that was just kind of announced with the game when it came out officially. So I didn't get that experience. But
yeah.
Hold on,
Yes.
man. Hold on, people in the chat, man. Shout out to everybody here, man. Clowns is shortchanging the hell out of y'all. First of all, I'm trying to get him to say it. Stop being so modest, man. Say what it is. I was invited to go to the EA campus, spend a week there, free meals, and get paid to play gaming under NDA.
I played games. Yeah.
You see,
That's the way I can say it.
This is a content creator that's doing real work that don't want to say what it is. He was under secrecy. He was getting frisked at the door, and they made sure he had no footage. He couldn't talk about the game. Come on, clowns. You got to give him the goods. It's over now. The game is out.
But yeah, I mean, I enjoyed the game.
He still avoided my. You see,
I played it. I got to play. I played it twice. I did New Game Plus on it. I thought the New Game Plus was a lot of fun, keeping your older stuff.
Did they invite you back?
There's things I cannot disclose at this time.
You see, goddamn, yo, listen. This is why I be telling y'all, rock with the real content creators. This guy's a real content creator. He playing y'all. This guy has been invited back, and he's gonna do other good things and give you good information on 4GQ TV. Go ahead, clowns. I ain't gonna throw you in the bus no more.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think the game is well worth. If you're a Dead Space fan and you like the originals, or if you never played Dead Space before, the price of $70 is worth it. I would say it's worth it. If you're hesitant on Dead Space, if you remember the original and it was kind of for you, what I can say is maybe wait till it comes to EA Play or wait for a sale. But I think the game is highly enjoyable.
Yes.
There is Easter eggs in that game. The Khalif Adams as well. I don't know if you guys know who he is, but he's an influencer content creator and worked for Discord. He's also
A Spawn on me, right?
Yep. Yeah, Cock and Cook is the Easter egg in that, which I thought was pretty cool, man. Like, developers do really neat stuff, and there's a lot of neat stuff in that game to experience. The story is top notch. If they turn that into a TV show,
it would be like an Aliens movie.
Yeah.
And I'm a fan of that too, man.
That would be fantastic.
Yo, listen, man. I love my movies. Man.
So
Okay.
GoldenEye is and
No. Okay.
Yeehaw!
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go ahead. 108 Dragons.
All right,
This is all
listen.
you.
Listen.
You
I'm
get
not
going,
gonna
let's
do
hold
too much
it.
with the show, right? Listen, Forza's my jam, top notch. ESO, I'm gonna jump back into, right? I'm gonna try to jump back into it before Starfield. Because the $15 turned me off. I'm not really pay to play type dude, because that's more of a PC side of things. I never thought they should brought the console, but being that we got Game Pass, and I love MMOs. I was a World of Warcraft dude back in the days when most people couldn't even afford to play on PC. So ESO, definitely. Hi-Fi Rush, my God. I didn't play till today. That and GoldenEye. I don't fraud the public. What I told you today, clowns, I got to play this before the podcast, and so I know what I'm talking about. right? You got to do your due diligence. I'm gonna get into Hi-Fi Rush. Absolutely amazing game. When I saw that game and I'm watching, I thought Jet Set Radio. I thought Sunset Overdrive. I've been a huge fan of Jet Set Radio. Shout out to Sega. Sunset Overdrive.
How about Devil May Cry?
I didn't think that. Not that you're wrong. I just didn't think that. When I saw the style of graphics with the music, Jet Set Radio all day. But when I seen the parkouring and the sliding on the banisters and all that, I thought Sunset. And Devil May Cry with the action, that's a bonus. You understand?
Action, great, and smart ass attitude.
Yes. Had that cockiness. The cutscenes go right into the gameplay like Gears. Awesome, flawlessly. Facts. Of course, Forza. Stunning. Listen, not capping. I got an 8K TV. I'm a graphics dude. I want when I purchase a display, I want hardware to showcase the money I invested into a screen. I can't wait for Forza. Because like I said, Forza is going to bring top-notch, you may eat steak, but I eat filet mignon. I want that filet mignon treatment from Forza, right? Stunning, right? Now, thought the show was a B+, right? If they'd have gave me a date for Forza, I'd have made up a new letter. I'd have been like Prince. I don't even have a name. I just got a symbol because it was crazy, right? Now I'm gonna get into GoldenEye. There's two sides of this coin, right? GoldenEye, history, nostalgia. I've got retro games, as you see on my screen. You know what I'm saying? As you see on my screen, I got retro games playing in my background. That's a fact, right? I love retro, right? I'm not a retro streamer. I don't make mad content on retro, but every time I do a 108 episode, I tell a year, a game, and I show y'all gameplay. Facts, right? So with that being said, I like nostalgia. So I say GoldenEye, the golden era of multiplayer before online, right? Not PC, but console. I was playing it today. And then I said to myself, this is on PK's situation. How the F did I play this? This is aged badly. So I agree with PK, but it's so many fond memories of having mad people in my basement. Shout out to the people who could afford DLP TVs, right? That was the big TVs with the DLP chip, and it was a projector inside, pretty much a big screen, 60 inches, 70 inches, right? We played on that, man. We played on projectors in the backyards. So to see GoldenEye running that 4K 60, clean, but there's a lot of things lacking in that gameplay, right? No jump. Just the whole animation. It just so many negative things. But to see that they paid homage to a lot of things that's present today, I gotta give respect for. So when PK was like, I hit him in a DM, we got our little DM for the channel, and he was like, Hi-Fi Rush is better. No question. It's also modern. But I don't know what you played when you was younger, but in my age group, when I was younger, and I'm older than PK, this was like the detrimental game to play. So with that being said, listen, GoldenEye it didn't age well, like Clown said, right? It didn't. But it's a foundation, right? It's like me being older than most of these gamers, and they say, yo, F your knowledge. I'm like, yo, dude, I've been here since Pong. You can't discredit what I do because I witnessed it all. You gotta take what I see. You gotta take what I see in respect because I've witnessed every generation of gaming. I had damn near every single console. I had every major console. I didn't have the Ouya's and the side consoles, but I spent $699 for the 3DO. I spent $450 per cartridge back then in the 90s for the Neo Geo system. I'm a vet, so I respect things on a different level. I don't expect everybody to understand it, but listen, man. So GoldenEye, kudos to you. No online, I still say kudos to you. I don't want to play that online. I got a Switch. I don't want to play that online. It's primitive. I play Call of Duty, Halo, Fortnite, Apex, PUBG. It goes on. So I can agree with PK and I can disagree with PK because it's my childhood, right? But I thought, like I said, overall I thought the show was good, but the nostalgia with the games, Hi-Fi Rush is the jump off. And Clowns is not a rhythm game guy. Beat Saber, I challenged on Clown Show. I want y'all to beat my 2.5 million mark with the original Dance Central on Connect. 2.5 million score. Poker Face, Lady Gaga. I know how to dance. But it is what it is. So, see, that was short and easy, right, PK? I wanted to shout out to somebody too in the chat. Oh, Gerald Mack, man.
Oh.
Shout out to you. No, let me shout out to Gerald Mack, man. Listen, stay focused when you tweet, homie. You are definitely on point, man. And don't forget your brother, man. Your brother Lemon holds you down all day too, you heard? It's not just IOP, it's IO me, you heard? That's a fact. Rock with my man Gerald Mack. Let's get it, man. Let's get it. Shout out for everybody that pulled up.
I didn't say it's better. I was just saying it's a better topic. But just for me, while I close this show out, because you get passionate here. We got to go on. We go off script and everything. So just bear with us. I appreciate you hanging around watching. I do appreciate our guests and definitely because
they not guests at this point, right, bro? They not guests at this point.
We are family, but I'm just saying in general. Unless Han Solo decides he wants to come back every week, they are definitely family. And I do appreciate their patience and hanging out. But we all are gamers on here. We definitely on a lot of platforms, so we definitely play games. Unlike some people who,
talk games and don't play them.
Well, yeah. So I want to get to that. So my reaction to the show is I thought it was solid. I don't necessarily want to give it a score. I was just excited. No, I don't play Minecraft. I did play Minecraft Dungeons first, but I don't play it now. I don't play ESO.
You didn't thousand it?
Well, I did, but they added content, and because I can't move.
This dude said I thousand a game that I did not like.
I know I didn't say I didn't like it. What I didn't like was that they don't support cloud saves. So when I got the new PC and booted it up, I have to somehow get my save off the old one to move. So that was what I didn't like. And so I just said, I'm not playing this anymore because I've done way too much to start over from scratch. That's the only bad thing is that I don't know if they fixed that or not. So don't.
I don't know either.
But they didn't, and when it originally came out. So so even Forza Motorsport looks amazing, by the way. But I'm not into motorsport. I'm more of a Horizon guy. But let me just say this.
I'm the opposite. I'm more.
Let me just tell you. This is what I like. I'm a disagree. Everybody on panel. I like when they get on the camera and say stuff because you know what they say some gangster and you guys didn't hear it. This is the most advanced racing game ever. That's what I heard. I said, man, that needs to be we need to make a snippet of that. That is a huge claim. That's like shitting on GT7 right now.
No, GT7 can't even compete with Horizon. It's not.
Wait a minute. They just crapped on it without saying anything.
Right.
It's ever. I was like, yo, that's a bar almost. Like
bars.
Really? Man, I was telling Crowns there. I was like, dude, did you hear that? That's insane. Ever.
Facts.
Right. So that right there alone was like, man, they setting the bar pretty high when this drops, right? I can't wait to see it because even though I'm not at motorsport, that what I'm thinking about is how will the next Horizon look, knowing that they done took this tech to the next level. So
Remember,
that's why I'm excited for it. So
Horizon 5 is using last gen tech.
Right.
It's not a next gen game.
So that's what I was saying. Like, motorsport's leading the way. It's paving the way for
Yes,
so,
always did. Facts.
Even though I wasn't interested, I mean, don't get me wrong, I wasn't really hyped for Redfall either, but I did appreciate them explaining what Redfall was because I am a Borderlands fan, and I originally thought that this was going to be like Left 4 Dead or something, where
everybody did.
It's a niche game, but Borderlands style a game where it's still, you gather, everybody.
Only thing they got in common is co-op.
Well, Borderlands, does co-op too. But the point I'm making is
what I'm saying is that's the only thing they got in common. It's really going from a different perspective.
But you get what I'm saying? They still got a loot system. They still got they still got all these things. So I appreciate them explaining that, which changes my perspective on how I looked at the game. So hey man, listen, the show wasn't for everybody, but it was for everybody. That's what I keep saying.
Facts.
It wasn't for everybody individual, but it was for everybody as a whole. And that's what we gotta appreciate. And everyone deserves their opinion on how they felt because everybody reacts differently on what games excite them or not. And that's cool too. But just remember, I have a friend, Lethea. I don't know if you remember her. She runs her own ESO server. You can't get her off of that damn game. All right?
ESO is tough, man. It's tough.
You can't get her off. It's crack to a lot of people. So that's a big deal to them. Not to me, but to them. And that's exciting that they continue to support and expand those games and introduce them to class.
Right.
Good stuff. Overall, the shadow drop is what took me off because these guys made Evil Within 1 and 2.
I'm still waiting on 3.
Which is let me just be real. I'm not into like the horror games.
Right?
I'm not. That's not. I mean, I'll play them, but I don't get excited because it doesn't do much for me. But for them to do something that's out of the box, get all these Japanese artists and animators to do this game and drop it right then and there. And kind of the clown's point, there was no bad press prior, which means nobody had time to
go to Metacritic and hate.
Well, wait, I'll get to that. They didn't get time to go to the reviewers that typically hate to put their opinion out first. And before we knew it, because a lot of people says, oh, these Xbox guys are celebrating this. Wait a minute. The Xbox guys don't have a way to, outside of those public platforms, to rate their games. We went to Steam, and it has a 99% user review, over 3,000 users in a 4-hour period.
Facts.
Steam. People bought it.
Preach.
Not Game Pass, bought it. So I was excited as soon as I seen the game and seen the visuals and how it, the transitions, all the animation, everything I fell in love with because this is my jam. This stuff I love to play. This is my stuff. Action based, especially fast action, right? I'm sorry, Souls fans. I don't like Souls. Okay, it's too slow. It's not the same. It's not exciting.
No.
I don't. That's just for me. I don't like the slow. What is it? What era is that? Is the the old kings and queens or whatever that era is? I don't like that era. I don't like that era,
like
man.
Medieval.
Medieval. I don't like that era, man. I want to bring a gun and shoot somebody in the head. If
I feel that.
All right. Let it be like I come from the future into the past with
I think the game showing right now is the only game that got a big pass from me.
Yeah, so but at the end of the day, I'm not judging the show as a whole because I think it was solid. It got to the point they would have had to do. It showed games and it dropped the game. And what's crazy, it dropped a hit. It didn't just shadow drop something. It shadow dropped something.
Pain goes the truth, man.
blew up. It's the first W for Microsoft in January. My guy, we didn't see this coming. Didn't hit. We ain't had no hint. But I'm telling you, I played through this game, the entire game, beat it already. And I'm gonna tell you, I mean, there's still stuff to do after the game.
108 Dragons
There's
TV
other stuff
welcomes
to unlock
everyone.
and, New Game Plus. But the game is fantastic writing from beginning to end.
Phil Spencer is not
I'm
playing.
gonna just be real. Anybody who plays it, you can't play the first game, first level, and judge it because that's literally just tutorial. When you get to the second level is when it opens up, and then you start to care about what's going on because it's a lot of
and it got some good platforming, right?
right. But and to Hans' point, it does have rhythm in it because that is the part of the game that makes it interesting. The way the beat hits is how you do your combos to get the maximum damage. You don't have to do it. You can obviously just tap the buttons and don't matter.
You could definitely You could do both.
In PK to add in there, the whole level is going to the beat. You see it, you feel it,
even when the character
hear it, every piece of it.
You got to play this with your surround sound or your headphones pumped up.
He's even snapping his fingers when he's idle. Like,
He in the groove, baby.
It's not just a game. That's a part of his powers, right?
Facts.
I don't want to spoil the game, but you see in the beginning.
Yeah,
What I make it is
right.
It is a excellent title. Everyone loves it. And for those who out there who are true haters, because the true hater does lie, who goes on Metacritic to review bomb this and say, hey, why does Xbox need a cartoony looking game for adults? What?
You know what? You got to stop listening to these people, man. Listen, Dragon Ball Z Fighters is a cartoon looking game. Awesome.
I just want to say
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is awesome.
These dudes are moving the goalposts because they are
Mario.
They're mad that Forspoken is running like butt. Now,
Jet Set Radio, awesome.
One of the biggest game of all time,
but
Zelda.
That's the aesthetic.
Zelda, right?
The
Like,
aesthetic. Jet Set
stop
Radio
with the style of graphics. Stop it.
Yeah, so the game is great. I mean, if Persona is good, this is good. Why are we talking about what kind of style?
Persona is another. Thank you. What's the other game? Damn, I can't think of the name. That's 4-player co-op with the shooting.
I mean, we just talked about Borderlands. That's
Borderlands. Right.
That's
right.
Shaded. But
I love it.
I'm just telling
dudes take a style of graphic and try to generalize it like, oh, that's for kids. Shut your ass up.
Stop listening to people because half of these PlayStation dudes, because you know they're PlayStation. You know how I know?
Wow.
Because they're so smart. They use their PSN title in the same thing that they're review bombing on Metacritic because they're that smart. No one's gonna know it's me. Don't worry. No one's
Shots are being fired out here. It's crazy. My boy BK. Listen, we got to get out of here, BK. So let's go.
No, I
just want to give respect. I just want to give respect 2 seconds, real quick, to Tango for dropping two games
in 2 years
within a 12-month period. They dropped Ghostwire Tokyo, and without even saying a peep, Shadow dropped this game, and it's sitting at an 88 on Metacritic with a 93 user score.
And the only reason it's low is because you got all these PlayStation dudes review bombing with zeros. So if you subtract that and do
that's why Metacritic don't matter.
No, I was just throwing it out there. So, GoldenEye, I am not hating on anybody who wants to be nostalgic. Hey, NWO on 64 or something, we play that, but I'm not hating on it. It's just not for me.
You know what it is, bro? It's a little bit past your age group, right? Because when I played it, not discrediting you because you're an absolute awesome gamer. What I'm saying is, when I grew up, that was like the pinnacle, right?
For people who,
but I
really
also
who would want to relive this thing in the better.
But I also played it today and said, "Damn, how did I play this?"
Yeah. No,
that was my point. I didn't try to say it was awesome. I didn't say that. What I did was when I played it, I said, "Damn."
I mean, at the end of the day,
man, have games changed?
Makes it so. I mean, Game Pass makes it so that you can do this. All right, so that's the idea. So The other thing
Let me
is
get
the
that
Dead
train
Space. Let me
popping.
just
Let's
tell
get
you
that
guys,
train
I
popping.
did not beat Dead Space 1. Right? I ain't beat none of Dead Space because my Dead Space game state got corrupt, so I just refused to restart. So now probably a good time to try and beat this game for the first time, right? I don't know. I'm not super hyped because again, these are not my niche kind of games, but I'll play it, right? I don't just turn it down just because. I mean, literally, you guys, I am 100%. God honest truth. Vampire Survivors. I looked at it. I wasn't impressed, but Cozy's campaigned it. Yo,
Facts.
addicted, 100% it on Xbox. Loved it so much, got on Steam, 100% it again. Let me just tell you, I couldn't get enough. And got the DLC, all that, twice.
Unbelievable.
So,
Unbelievable.
Trust me when I tell you, you got to try things. Don't listen to people. Go try it.
Yeah,
See
do it
how
for yourself, man.
Even if you're a PlayStation only person, okay? There's nothing wrong with being a PlayStation fan. There's something wrong with being
Facts.
a PlayStation stan. All right, there's a difference. We play games, not companies. All right. If
Facts.
you got a PlayStation, you can't get another console. Because let me just be real, there is no law saying you can't own more than one console.
That's a fact.
You can't own an Xbox too.
Now, whether you could afford it during
If you
Christmas
can't,
time is up to you.
that
But you
is
can
fine.
own what you want and play what you want.
But Game Pass
Makes
will
it
get
easy.
you there.
Facts.
You can play all these games on the cloud without console. That's
On your
what I'm
phone.
saying. Yeah, on
your PC.
On your Surface Pro 8 like me.
So you don't
that's
have
a
to
cap.
commit.
That's a cap.
The point is that
On your
is what
Surface
it is.
Duo 2. Oh, that's
If
a
you're a
cap.
gamer, then game. Play games, not companies. So all I'm saying
Facts.
is, yo, Hi-Fi
Play
Rush
games,
is
not
great.
companies.
I cannot wait to see how many more W's Xbox puts out here in 2023. I feel like this is a big year, and there's probably more secrets coming down the road. Right?
Oh, there's.
And with that, with
Oh, yeah.
him mentioning Ghostwire Tokyo, we still don't see that on Xbox. I do
It's
own it
coming.
on Steam. I do own it on Steam, and I beat that too, but it's not on Xbox yet. So it's still not on Game Pass. So a lot of people haven't got a chance to try that out either.
Facts.
But we got their newest game, so that matters the most. And yo, overall, I'm just happy that we had a lot of topics to talk about. I know we got to get out of here.
Yeah, we do.
We appreciate you guys hanging tough, and everyone that's coming every week. Thanks for coming. Please share it. Get your other friends to come in. Let's keep cutting up, having a good time. It's always a great time having good conversation. And definitely, you guys in the chat, you got opinions on the games we mentioned. Go ahead and drop your opinions. We like to see that too. If you disagree with me, that's okay. Like I said, Mastermind, I'm not a hater. It's only hating when you're lying, and I ain't out here lying. I might be poking fun,
right?
But I ain't out here lying.
Yeah, we don't do that here. We don't do the fraud, man. We just talk the truth.
We're gonna wrap up. I'm gonna let 108 go ahead and close us out. And like I said, I appreciate everyone coming through.
Yo, first of all, PK, man, thank you for helping me out with my goddamn bad voice. And next weekend, you probably gonna have to do it again because it's cold in New York and I don't go outside with my neck covered up with a scarf. So with that being said, first of all, we don't get into my other brother, aka Mr. Sixth member of the Jackson 5 that got kicked out because he was light-skinned. Ham Solo with that big interview coming next Thursday. TSWS. You already know. My guy. The legend on the block. What's good? He continuously doing that work, man. Tell him what you got popping, man. Tell him what you got popping.
Yeah, so I just posted in the chat one more time. You guys make sure you hit that link on the bottom. Please, please, please. I'm trying.
Please follow this brother, man. Let's get him to 1,000 before E3. Facts.
Yeah, that'd be dope. That'd be super duper dope because I'm definitely gonna be up in there as well. But yeah, make sure you hit that link. It goes straight to my interview that I'll be doing with Seamus Blackley, which is the creator of Xbox. He was up there on the stage with Bill Gates showing off that console back in the day. So please make sure you show up. If you have questions, make sure they're appropriate and just send them in the chat. I'm more than happy to answer other people's questions if they have any for him. And then I'm going to be there asking all sorts of fun questions and whatnot and just kicking it with Seamus. Yeah, make sure you kick it over there this Thursday. But I do shows over there like all week long. Monday, I'm playing Ark on stream. Tuesday, me and Loke do the lowdown where me and him go through news that's kind of been going down early in the week. Wednesday, I do some sort of stream with I call it the slip dash stream because I'm just playing all sorts of different games from whatever consoles, ranging from GameCube, Xbox, Sega Saturn, Dreamcast, all the way up to the new consoles, PS5, Series X, whatever, 360, PS3, whatever. So yeah, I'm definitely all over the place, you guys. And then obviously Thursdays, I do interviews with people, and then Fridays, I have bullsitting with Loke and Cozy Beluga and whoever our guests may be, which I need to get some of you guys on that show as well, because it'd be fun to have you guys on that show. Loke is wild. His questions are insane. And his quiz,
his quiz that he mentioned, he quizzing you on stuff he don't play. When he was on my chat, I see, listen, Armored Core, you're not an Armored Core guy. He was like, Lemon. I said, you looked that up. You are not that guy. He was like, you're right.
You don't want to question me on Armored Core.
Right. I'm like, I'm an Armored Core guy. I know you didn't know the answer to those questions. You looked that up because you can see the confidence. But you know what? He brings a fresh perspective, and I love his energy. That's a fact. Great dude.
Absolutely. So you can catch us on the TSWS Gaming YouTube channel. And then as for me, if you want to get a hold of me at all, you can find me on Twitter at hamsolo05 gaming.
Yeah,
hit me up. DMs are open.
It's in the description, man. It's in the description. And listen, man, I'm gonna save my other brother for last, but I'm gonna get it to my light-skinned brother PK, man, the most electrifying brother on the internet, man. First of all, this dude brings great positive energy. He brings energy to the table from a gaming perspective, right? Like he don't talk about nothing he don't play. He don't talk about nothing he don't do. PK, tell him what you got popping, man. You got that. He went from Ice Cube to Old Dog on the Block. What you say about my mama? Shout out to my brother PK. You already know. Tell me what you got going on, PK.
I don't remember, but we, be back next week and Dragon's Den and every Thursday in 4GQ TV. But
yeah,
I don't remember what we got. I think Clowns can fill the blank because I have been in and out. I forget what our schedule looks like. We probably need to get like a board and start drawing faces on it or something to remember everything. I don't know. Look at Ham Solo like, whoa, what are you talking about? Faces. Talking about over there. I swear, man, that still looks like a knife. I keep thinking, like, when I talk in, I don't know what it is.
It's like the Warriors come
nervous.
out and play,
Come out and play.
Yeah.
Hey.
All right.
What's up, Rain, in the chat?
Rain G4. Yeah, get ready for my boy 100 Xbox Has Game Podcast. Your 100 keep changing it. He confusing me, but they about to pull up, man.
Xbox Has Games.
Yeah, another hour and a half. Shout out to that West Coast time, man. But first of all, let me get into my other brother, my Italian brother, aka I don't eat pizza better than my black brother. Yeah, I'm your black and Spanish brother. You already know what it is. The leader of the 4GQ TV movement, man. The leader of the AI sexual avatar movement. He got everybody doing it. It's crazy. I'm like, yo, I want to look sexy like that in my avatar. Yo, he's like, I do it with AI portraits. Shout out to my brother Clowns, man. First of all, let me say this for the record. A lot of these events I go to, this brother's been in my corner. He has been getting me the immediate pass under the 4GQT mark, man. I rock that product, his brand, all day. He supports me. He's been in my corner. Shout out to Graphic Art. He's been in my corner. One of the real dudes in the industry, man. Mr. Clowns, Carlo, tell him what you got popping. What's good, my brother?
Yeah, pleasure always being here. That PK and Conference love to do it at E3. I'm gonna win. PK and I are gonna make sure it's rigged, just like
it's gonna be Cali pizza. It's gonna be trash.
No. We'll go down to I think they got an Italian section in San Diego. I want to say they got.
No, we won't be in San Diego. San Diego's a few miles out, bro. I'm not going to San Diego to eat no pizza.
I don't know. Maybe
That's not near LA.
Delivered. Might have to get some delivered. I don't know.
That's
I
like
got
2
some
hours.
paisans up there.
Paisans.
Yeah, paisans. So at 4GQ TV, you can always find me, as well as PK, and sometimes Lemon as well. We have some interviews coming up. Shout out to Celebrity Pineapple Paul. He's got a interview coming up with the horror director from Shudder, and he's got an interview coming up with a country singer. I have no idea how he got the country singer on, but he did. I don't even know the guy's name. Sorry. We also have an interview that I really need to edit down because hour 45 minutes with Joe Pal Castro, NXT writer. Fantastic guy, man. Fantastic guy. We have Kelly Thompson coming up, award-winning comic book artist. We have another WWF guy coming up. I always say his name wrong. He told me his WWF name. I'm bad with names, guys. I'm sorry, man. I'm bad. At least I admit it, right? You know.
Facts.
So his name was like
Facts.
Scalmini or something. He was a manager for WWF for Antidote and Arsenic or something like that, and he got his ribs crushed by Andre the Giant. So he's very old school. 1982, I think, was his time there. None Like Joshua said he'd come on. He does a lot of video game raps. He's got 500K subs, and he just did a video game intro song. So we got him coming on. Jimmy Palmiotti and Amanda Connor, DC writers, DC artists, and he also helped with Suicide Squad, the movie, and the Harley Quinn movie. He's coming on. So we kind of action-packed. I got a lot of other people I got to get back in touch with. The promoter for Central Florida Comic-Con, he owns 6 other conventions. I talked to him. He's supposed to come on. So I really got to get back on this and get back on track and draw some faces on the board because for all you listening, we do more than just video games. We try to cover all entertainment, wrestling, comics, cartoons.
Wow.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, brother, but Royal Rumble's going. We gotta wrap it up, man.
Oh, he wants to watch Royal Rumble. Okay.
Yo, listen, I was letting them go. Like, you know, that's why I saved them for last.
We're promoted. We're promoted. It's just...
Okay, listen, man. Let me keep it short and sweet, man. First of all, shout out to everybody that pulled up, man. Shout out to the people that's gonna watch it later, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Because without y'all, there's no us. I swear to God. Because we can do this in party chats with no audience. So I appreciate everybody pulling up, man. Listen, we'll be back next week. We'll be focused. Shout out to my panel, man. PK, you always hold me down. Shout out to Super G. He probably couldn't make it. Ham, you always welcome here, bro. You don't even need an invite. Say, Lemon, I want to come on. You here. I don't care who I got on, man. Of course, Clowns, man. You one of my brothers. You my team. And like I said, without the chat, man, we're enough in here, man. We could all have channels. We could all talk our BS. And we all could say whatever our opinions are. But without the support of the community, we just another gamer that's just talking, man. And like I always say at the end of the day, man, I want you to bring your game and definitely not your name. And we going to see y'all next week in the next one. Y'all peace out. Stay safe. Hug your family. Kiss your kids because tomorrow is never promised. That's a fact. Peace out, everybody.
Deuce.